Hello, traders. Okay, let me have a look on here. Whew, emotions are running high today. It may be the wrong way for some. Yeah, let's enjoy our Friday night. It has been the end. Well, this has been probably the craziest week of trading that I think probably most of us within this who are watching this stream have encountered. So probably this has been some of the most difficult conditions, even when breaking all-time high. Okay, we had some incredibly tough conditions to trade in. It wasn't giving any dips on the way up. Now when it finally gives you a dip, it's that case of overexposure. Not kind of understanding when things are likely to turn against you, and just I think just a harsh lesson for a lot of people. Like I got caught in a couple of bad trades. I got caught in some really good trades as well, but I did get caught in a couple of bad trades, and that's just part of it. So we're going to go over some of that. I think it's been, a very tough end to what has been an extremely emotional week from both sides. So anyone who was, it's not bad on the macro. Like it's certainly nothing kind of crazy, but this is the thing. The way the market can trick you into these low time frames, which it's been. Okay, the last time we had anything on a high time frame, okay, an actual pullback of any significance, was on the 20th of September. So it's been over a month since any of us have experienced a like a proper like high time frame move. So that's what we got today, and this is the thing. People get caught up into the low time frame stuff. It becomes a lot more difficult to trade, and sometimes just sit back and reevaluate, allow the market to do what it's got to do, and then we move on. Okay, I don't think there's anything. Yeah, so sorry to anyone who has been hurt during this whole move. We're now, this is just, it's the nature of the market. Okay, I don't think there's anything to be too worried about. The weekly candle looks like absolute shit, but we'll come to that when it gets towards the end of the weekend. We've still got a weekend to go. We've still got the month to go, and I think that's kind of that. Maybe we need a bit of a pullback. So let's go over some of the things that we've had from the last few days. And this is, I was talking about through this with the crew earlier, okay? And this is the thing. You don't test all-time high after a break of all-time high. It just shouldn't happen. And that should have been that first red flag that, I don't know why these lines are green. They should be probably red. Let's just put them as white. Okay, so this is what we were saying, and I was saying this as we were coming into all-time high, right? It had to get continuation. There was absolutely no way that if we were going to see higher prices and we were going to be looking at these targets are still very much valid, okay? They're a long way up, but they're still very much valid at this point. But if we were going to look towards those and continue this trend, a retest of all-time high was just not part of that plan at all. As soon as we came down to that, for me, that was just massively reduce exposure and look for short positions. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a very good short position on this, but it's one of those where you can't catch everything. I was sufficiently hedged with this and have been able to compound the long positions I have, because I don't believe this to be anything massively market reversal bearish at this stage. We do have areas of support lower down that are identified, and we do have to just be aware of those. So I guess that's the first real thing I wanted to cover, but this is quite significant. So there's no, you can't deny that. Okay, we had a break of all-time high. We failed to get continuation. We retested all-time high. That was never going to work. At the moment, this is a deviation of the range. It was a fake out. It was a swing failure pattern of all-time high. That does bring into play much lower targets, okay? And that all came about because we should never have even gone there. As soon as you break all-time high, you should never look back. And that's just the thing. Like, give it some time, give it some space. Maybe we came up to 74, 75. Then you can think about testing it. But if you break all-time high and immediately look back to where you've come from, you will get caught. And that just gives an opportunity for people who have been trapped to get in. It gives an opportunity for breakout traders to go long. Breakout traders go long, they're going to get fucked. And that is literally what has happened here. So yeah, I think it's been a tough lesson for everyone. This is the way the markets work. We are in a very, very different market to what Bitcoin was in 2017, 2018. So anyone telling you that this is just a simple retest of all-time high, it's not. Okay, we are now below all-time high. This is a deviation. But reclaim that and it's all looking good again. Okay, so let's just kind of yeah, be aware of these levels at the moment. Downtrend, okay, that can change very, very quickly. So yeah, that's basically my thoughts, what I'd be looking for. And I think what my main scenario now for this probably is seeing a little bit of consolidation down here over the weekend. And then if we can get back above, where are we looking at? This is the weekly. It's not so bad. Okay, from a weekly perspective, this is okay. It's not going to look very good the following week. I think if we'd close... I'll do a little bit of this in a minute. Yeah, let's go over some TA stuff. And then what we'll do, we'll have a bit of like Friday night fun. General Friday night fun. But once again, 65k is going to become resistance. Okay. On a weekly time frame, looks great. We had our highest ever weekly close. So far, we've just come back to test that weekly level. If we get a weekly close at this point below 60k, I think that would give us a longer time, like larger time frame move down towards 52. If we do close above here, if we close as a doji, it's looking okay. I need to step back a sec. I've gone into like the mode because I know a lot of people have been hurt on this move, so I wanted to go into just being like, this is the reason why. But let's just step back and have a look and look at the higher time frames. And we'll go into this. So from a chart that looks like this, monthly looks good. We close the monthly above 58. All is okay. All right, and it's still a very, very impressive monthly candle we're looking at. So highest time frame tick looks really good. Secondly, the weekly. At the moment, this weekly candle, you don't want to close this as like a reversal candle. So that would be okay. Maybe this, even if it does close up here, we could be seeing a pullback, and again that brings into consideration those like 52k levels again. Daily candles look okay. So this is where we're at. Okay, so we're quite a long way down, and what we were saying, first 15% pullback that we get from all-time high will be a buying opportunity. We're not quite there yet. I think a 10% pullback is reasonable. We could see a range being put in here. And we'll see how that goes. It's just gone a little bit lower than I think a lot of people were expecting it to. So levels of confluence lower down are We're at our weekly level. Just below that, we have our 382, which is fine. 382 alongside a weekly order block, alongside a previous week point of control, something like that. I think I'll have a look at that in just a second. There's a bunch of confluence within this 57,500 area. So if we do get a drop down to that 57,500 area, that would look very nice for a bounce, and we'd be looking at this as a kind of like a 3 drives down, and 382 just being a very standard retrace. Okay, so a corrective move. So what we've been looking for so far is for everyone was just thinking straight line up, straight line up, straight line up, low time frame stuff. We've now got to look onto the higher time frames, and you'd say a 382 retrace would be pretty good. So that's all okay. If that fails, we're looking down towards 56, and if that fails, we're looking down towards 52. And I think 52k could come in time. Even if we do get a move down to 57,500, I think we could see a nice bounce, and then we could see a move down here before we do the proper breakout of all-time high later on. This seems to be a very different kind of market, and we'll see how it goes. But we need to reclaim some levels very quickly before we can start thinking of that all-time high again. So let's have a look at the chat. So I want to just make people aware. I'm not bearish on this. I'm still very bullish. I've compounded my long positions today, and I still think we're okay, but we do have to be aware that we're on that verge now where this could be a longer term, looking at weeks to months before we see that all-time high break again, if this doesn't turn around very quickly. So this is just a very neutral look at the charts without that kind of bias. Just be aware that we have changed market structure. We have broken a parabolic advance. You would expect at the very least to, at this stage, take out our last kind of significant low, which is down here. So we'll see how it goes. Okay. DJ switch off flexing his emojis, yeah. Wish is here, Kalen's here. Farhan called as well, mates, for sure, yeah. It's quite good though, because Farhan has had to donate his left nut for the cause, and I'd imagine he did put a short position on with the profits that he made from that, or at least he said he would do that. So yeah. Okay, so let's just do a little check up in the chat. So first of all, like, hands up and like be honest. So let's do a little hands up or a yes to anyone who is short and in good profit right now. Okay, so shorts from the 66k region. Don't worry about shorts from lower down. They're relevant. Okay, we already knew that a retest of all-time high. So shorts from above all-time high. So if you're short from above all-time high, put your hand up. I can't put my hand up. I'm hedged, but I'm not short. Interesting to see what people think. The Senate of Giants. Send it. I'm short and biased. Judge long on alts. 20k wrecked. AJ Northman missed the shorts. Short from 66,666. I so wanted to take that. I was streaming at the time and I wasn't able to get in on the entry. Yeah. Valo long and got wrecked. Suck it showing the highs. Long on alts, waiting to long my alts from below. No short from above 66. Gigarex. Sorry guys who are Gigarex. It's just yeah. Long from 8.5k. I wouldn't be. Cool. So I think what we've established is not many people are short from these all-time highs. They were very difficult to get a short position on. Uh, I had taken profit on longs and I had sold spot around that area just as a hedge. I've got USD to put in on these dips, but I'm not short, which means it's not paying me to get into a long position. And it's been really difficult to find an entry. So I have got a short, but it's not from here. I am short from ETH all-time high. Short from ETH all-time high, so that's okay. But Ethereum's doing better than Bitcoin. Marginally. Okay. Marginally better than Bitcoin right now. So yeah, that's how things are for me. What I'd say as well, I saw a comment back here from Auth. Was it Auth Crypto? Where's the... Yeah, Auth Crypto. We are retesting support. So Auth Crypto says we are retesting support. Yes, that's true. But the problem with this is so far we have retested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels of support that you would expect because we've not been getting pullbacks. So 5 low time frame levels of support, all very important levels of support, have been tested and have failed. So yes, we're retesting support, but no, we are not holding support. We are not holding a single support at the moment. So there's a very big distinction between that. So you can retest support, that's fine. But if you're going to retest support, you've got to hold support. Otherwise, it's not a retest. It's a change of trend. So far, we have retested support. Every single one of them has turned into resistance. We had the previous all-time high. We had the last daily level. We had, after we did get a bounce off of the daily level just below that, and we had a fibs, we had our golden pocket within this region. Again, support. This is not anything. We have never gone lower than a local golden pocket on the entire move up. So this, where we were yesterday, was critical support. We lost it, made it resistance, came down to the next level, which was our weekly open, lost it, made it resistance, came down to the next level. So although we are testing support, we are not holding any of them at this stage. And that's what you've got to be really careful of, because the same way as in on the way up, and I do this on the way up as well, we were coming into resistance, we were testing them, we were flipping them into support, going to the next level, testing resistance, flipping it into support, going up into the next level. So the same way that people could get trapped into short positions up here, up here, up here, up here, trapped in short positions, we now have trapped longs from all-time high, from our daily, from our golden pocket, from our weekly open, and now we're at our weekly. So we have trapped positions at every single one of those levels. Every single one of those levels is going to act as resistance if we come back up. So it's just, you just got to be a bit careful, because unless you see a change of market structure, we're not testing support, we're losing support. And until we see a change of market structure and see some strength, we are just losing support right now. Doesn't make me bearish, but we're not holding any of the support that's there. So yeah. Oh man, I hate it when I have to do these streams, when the hard truths come out. um what else, what else? Max, just add more horizontal lines, copium. Yeah. The crazy thing is, I removed so many horizontal lines because I was like, the other day I was just like, okay, this should get continuation now. It should get continuation, which you would expect, and then you'd look at these levels as being major levels. But the reason I again removed a lot of these medium term levels is because now you're looking at the really big stuff. Okay, I think that's what's important now. We've got the weekly as a really big level. Um, and we're just going to have to look at other things that have been untested. There's not really any levels. You got a daily down here that's not been tested. So we can start to just take a look at those again. But realistically, we're at really serious support right now. Hopefully that will, um, well, if it doesn't hold, it doesn't hold. You just trade it level by level. That's the thing. It doesn't really matter where price is going. You just trade level by level. And you can make money on the way down as well as you can make money on the way up. So yeah. But Caden's going all in at 58.5k. I'd say 57.5. Let's take it $1,000 lower and see how that can do. But at the moment I'm long. Okay, I'm in a long position, 60k. I've compounded my long from 40 at 60 as well, okay? So if all else fails, I make a small loss on this 60k, and the position that I've compounded is down here at like 54, so I think I'm probably okay with that one. Um, and well, and then I've got like Ethereum shorts and things like that also. Dust C, I have a heavy alt side and I've sold nothing. Just sat through this part holding. I've only fluctuated around 5% from the whole time. Buying in and out is bad right now, in my opinion. Yeah, that's the thing. You can trade this. We're traders within this community, so we're not like long term kind of. I do hold stuff. I have a portfolio, but what the focus of all of this is on is trading. And like trade, we want to be able to catch every move. And the reality of the way things are going at the moment is everything is becoming resistance. So we're trading this in a downtrend at the moment, and that's just how it is until the market can prove to us that it's no longer in a downtrend. Altcoins are looking good. Let's take a look at some altcoins in a minute. The other thing I'm gonna do after we've done some general TA is to do our little altcoin competition thing. So we did have a random little competition I just made on the Discord for anyone who wanted to shill a good altcoin. So we'll do that in a bit. And I don't know quite how we'll work that yet. I'll figure it out as I figure out everything as I'm going along. Uh, yeah. Mods forever. Cirrus on the verge of breaking out. That would be nice. Polk is still going for it, right? So this is great. Like the low cap stuff is doing just brilliantly, and that's why I'm not concerned about the market in general. Cirrus looks great. Polka markets again, another move up. Like this has just been amazing, the performance of this recently. Okay, we're up 140% from entry on this, and it's still going. So really, really good on that. Uh, we're getting nice pullbacks on some of the altcoins, the low caps. But yeah, there's still there's a lot of good trades and a lot of good opportunity um, around at the moment. Some really, really good opportunity here. Link's doing quite nicely, but is at this weekly resistance. Dot doing really well. Okay, we got a trade from that. Still doing really well. So these are long positions that are very, very healthy right now, and this is just at the moment a larger term pullback. It's just a bit weird that it's coming after a break of all-time high. And yeah, BTC dominance having a little bit of a pullback here. So yeah. RSR. Let's have a look at that. So yeah, like the solid, like, good altcoins are doing very, very well. RSR doesn't seem to really care at all about this pullback. I am long and strong in this. Weekly level is a take profit, not quite hit that yet, and these are the other levels further up from here. So that looks really good. Whales just using this range to grab and load up on alts, possibly, yeah, possibly. Everyone, this is, I guess this is another thing, like everyone was expecting Bitcoin to rip. Okay, once Bitcoin hit all-time high, everyone was expecting Bitcoin to just rip. But what we'd seen, and this was across the board on altcoins, what we'd seen was that, I'll go back to a Bitcoin chart. Let's just go on to like a naked Bitcoin chart. This one. All right. Actually, this one's quite interesting because this was our parabolic advance that we did break. And at that point, you were saying short the rise, okay? So this was our parabolic advance, failed to get continuation, get wrecked. And this is exactly what we've seen. And we're looking for now probably to take out the bottom of it. I guess we have actually taken out the bottom because I did draw it from here. So we have done that, but we'll see. So what we were seeing on altcoins, I think, was we were seeing altcoins like alts wrecked along here, alts wrecked, alts wrecked, alts wrecked on every single rise. And then as we broke all-time high, all the alts made like a higher low. So the alt BTC pairs, they all made this. Let's see if I can find an example where we're looking at these. Find two that haven't. Okay, here we go. So this was as Bitcoin broke all-time high, I think. We're looking at 20, yeah, this was when Bitcoin made it all-time high. So you've been in this downtrend, and this is the same across all altcoins. Every time Bitcoin got a move up, the alts made a lower low. As Bitcoin broke all-time high, many, many, many of these altcoins made this higher low, which gave a change of market structure, a very brief change of market structure on there. And then since then, they have been the ones that have been really outperforming. Since Bitcoin broke all-time high, the alts have been outperforming, which no one was expecting, all right? Everyone was thinking, okay, Bitcoin's going to break all-time high, alts are going to get wrecked, and Bitcoin's just going to go rip. But the opposite thing has happened there, which we've not really seen in the market before. Again, we're in a very different market to how we were before. But alts were already just like completely hammered at this stage. So what that shows to me almost is that like there was an acceptance from Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin, it took a lot of effort for Bitcoin to get up to all-time high, which is why we were seeing just an exit out of altcoins as people start to move into Bitcoin, as that liquidity from alts needs to go into Bitcoin to push price higher. And then it broke it, and everyone was like, okay, cool, that's done now. And there was just that acceptance that bull market is back on. And then, okay, where's the big percentages? Because they're certainly not coming from Bitcoin anymore. Like, you're looking at the big percentages from coming from stuff that's down 80% against this Bitcoin pair. That's where the big money is there to be made. So these alts start to make a higher low. They start to change market structure. And as everyone is now fully exposed into Bitcoin, thinking it's just going to go up and up and up and up and up and up and up, and alts are going to continue to get wrecked, and Bitcoin dominance is going to continue to go up, you just flip it back the other way and just push the altcoins. So it was really interesting. We were looking at this one again. We had, what was the trading room? I can't remember, but we were looking at this exact scenario as we were breaking through this, and we were looking at this when we did the the Bitcoin all-time high stream. I think we mentioned this about a few alts, how this is not what you would expect. Okay, alts are already very low, and this wasn't what you would expect. So be prepared for something a bit crazy. And we're there. That's something that's happened, and then yeah, we've seen this, and It's been, yeah, no one could really have. Well, yeah, you could have been prepared for this, actually. You could have been. But yeah, what we're stuck with is a situation where there's a a shitload of new money that's just caught up here. A lot of it, and they've never had a chance to get out yet. Um, which is unfortunate, but it's just part of the. It was on Wednesday, the Asia trading room, yeah. So that's when we were looking at that. It's just an unfortunate part of the business that people get wrecked here. What I might do, Pete, if this was on the Wednesday Asia trading room, I'm going to take a little snippet of that and I'm going to upload it onto YouTube. I think for anyone who again isn't part of the crew. Some of these things that we were looking at that gave us a very clear indication at the time during the Asia trading room, I think it was. It was, yeah, it was that one, wasn't it? Because it was all so calm and so chilled. And we were up in this range and everything was looking nice. It was like, okay, here's the plan. Everything's been working perfectly. It's low time frame stuff. This is what we've been seeing for the last 30 days or more, which is all we're accustomed to. So we're accustomed to this low time frame stuff. We came into VWAP. We did that. Okay, we had a change of market structure. Then we came into the golden pocket. And we were thinking, right, okay, cool. We'll get a move up. We can take a short when we get a swing failure pattern of this high. And then suddenly, like, big money started selling. And we came back into this area, started building big bearish divergences. I remember it really well, actually. So I might upload that Asia session onto YouTube so people can just have a look at that, about what just exactly our thought process and how things can change in an instant. You start a new day. We had an entire bullish day, and as soon as that day was over, there was just a flip of a switch. And it was like aggression from minute one of the day after breaking all-time high. Aggression just all the way down, and that has not let up at all since then. And we saw that aggression coming in. We saw where price was going, and we were just like, whoa, here it is. Okay, this is not what you want to be seeing right now. And that's nice. When you see a change of market structure, when you see a change of market behavior, you want to be the first one hurt on that. Because if you're not the first one hurt, you then end up being the last one holding bags, and that puts you in risk of being liquidated. So I'll upload that because it was really interesting thing where it just suddenly went from just calm trading behavior, which is what we've had all of this, very simple stuff, very simple stuff to trade. Then suddenly you get aggression in the market, and that's when everything flips. And that was the moment that this flipped. Yeah, cool. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do these alts that people have been posting. If anyone's interested in that, or maybe I'll just make a decision on these in my free time over the weekend. No, we'll do them now. Maybe we'll just do them as a raffle. I don't know. I don't know. Um, I need to look for anyone who's tagged me. Mentions me in in general chat. We've still got people posting stuff. Uh, I know Notorious POP. You got a bit hurt today. I've seen that. Yeah, sorry to hear that. You'll make it back. It's trading. Notorious POP missed our trading room because he was at church. From zero to drift theory. Well, I must be dumb because I was in this Asia session, but didn't get the impression anything big happened. More like everyone thought of this as a drop, as an opportunity for a scalp. Yeah, an opportunity for. I think that was it. It was an opportunity for a scalp. And I think by the time we finished the Asia trading session, like that finished before we got low, didn't it? What would that have been? It would have been like 1 a.m. I think we went on for about an hour and a bit. So I think we were like here when that session finished. We just had the swing failure pattern and then got stopped. And then I stayed awake and was just like, oh God, yeah. Crypto Prince wants to give away a month of crew membership. Man, Crypto Prince, you're crazy. You do this. Doing another one. All right. Okay, let's do some giveaways. Let's do some prize stuff. So Notorious PAP and as a consolation prize, maybe. We'll see. All right. Auth Crypto, we dump before weekend. Usually it means pump in weekend. I need to check the statistics for that recently because yes, it used to mean that in 2017, 2018. I don't think it's really been doing that this year. I can't. I say that sometimes, and I'm really often wrong because it doesn't really happen anymore. Like we used to get this scenario where, um, if you had a bullish week, you'd have a bearish weekend. If you had a bearish week, you get a bullish weekend. Recently, I've not seen that, and I've said it a load of times. Every time I'm like, okay, let's see if we can get a retrace here and we'll have a bullish weekend. I seem to be wrong on that, which is just as well because I don't trade weekends. If I did, I'd probably get wrecked. But yeah, we'll have a bit of fun on this stream now, and let's do some. Yeah. what we should do? Crypto Prince. Should we do it as who? No, let's not. Um, if you got wrecked today, uh, no, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. Giveaways, and I'll have. Yeah, I'm having it. I'll have a couple of beers. Okay. We'll figure out how we're going to do this. Um, I'm going to post. I'm going to post the Zoom link into crew chat. Okay, so we're going to post a link into crew chat. Anyone who wants to join in and like just be part of the discussion on this, you're welcome to. We're going to do we're going to just have Friday night fun as we normally would. I think I just wanted to get the TA stuff, a few of those the slightly less fun things out of the way. But yeah, if you want to join in on the discussion, then I'm going to post this link onto crew chat. And yeah, we'll figure it out from there. But if you're not going to participate in crew chat, please don't join the Zoom call, because just continue watching this, because it's just a nightmare for me to keep having to mute mics when we're on a live stream. Okay, so that's what we're going to do.
Hello.
Hey, Senti.
How you doing, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Good.
Good evening.
Good evening. I'll set up a screen share on this.
Yeah, perfect.
Is P going to join us in a minute? P, if you're around, we'll do the wheel spin. Oh, so how's your trading day been?
Took one trade, long 60.4. Was a bit late because I was in the gym, but still took it.
Yeah, that's yeah, pretty much where I got in as well. I'm not sure on it.
Yeah,
not sure.
I took two. I tried to buy just under 62. I think like 61.6. We had the move up back to 62. I took a little bit of profit, then got stopped out, lost a bit of money on that trade. But then I took a second trade. I bought ETH on the golden pocket. So yeah. So that was
cool.
that made up for whatever, but it was But yeah, I haven't been
cool.
in any shorts or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I missed them as well. I was on the trigger. I was like, oh, am I gonna do it? But I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Hello.
Good evening, mate.
No,
How's it going, guys?
I rotated all of my Bitcoin, like all of it. I only hold about 1% into Luna Sol. The whole stack, fucking insane. And I called it in the fucking crew.
Yeah.
With the Bitcoin dominance chart, played out perfectly.
Yeah.
Santi has this stupid magic ball, you know.
Yeah,
honestly, fucking legend.
Santi's got it. I've taken a few trades today. Nothing too major. There was I'll go back. So we had the long from yesterday that came into 63,500, which was there. I missed the short, which was just.
Can you share your screen, please?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Cheers.
Yeah, so since we've last all spoken, there was the long that came into take profit levels, although we hit take profit really quickly on that. Today the annoying thing is like missed a really obvious swing failure pattern, and that's the one thing that I missed, and that was a really nice trade because it was just so clean. That was a crypto print special that we had of that swing failure pattern at the highs, and then long from down here now, and also long on ETH because same reason.
Yeah. Yeah, at some point I'd like to share my screen, maybe show a few things.
Yeah, let's do that, and then we'll set up the the raffle and things in just a sec.
Oh, if you want to do the raffle first.
No,
go
let's
ahead.
do
No,
TA
no,
first.
do that first, please.
Okay. Oh, you need time.
Yeah, because yeah, I have to do a lot of stuff.
I have no
I need to
idea.
stall for you.
Also, the guys then, they win the stupid raffle and then they leave the stream, everything. So let's
We got to do. I've got.
entertain them.
I've got to do that altcoin thing as well that I stupidly added into the chat last week. So I've got to do that competition today. Which we'll figure out how I do that.
Of course, Farhan. It's here. Like as predicted.
Yeah. Good day, people. Children of Adam. Been scaling short since 67 and partial hedges since it's still in place since new all-time high. Doesn't mean we can't initiate multi-year sideways bear market with deviation of highs and lows. There we go. Fahad is here. After a what? Where are we? I'm just gonna quickly. After a move up of 130%, the bears have the bragging rights on a 10% dip. It's one of those unique situations within the market that we can still be up 120% from our lows, and the bears get the bragging rights today from a 10% dip. But that is why we trade it level by level. All right. Yeah, Senti, do you want to do a
Yeah.
screen share?
1 second. Let me see here. If we do this, can you see share?
I can. Let me just get it onto the stream. Just one moment.
Hail Mary is still looking good.
Yeah.
What's that?
Nothing. He's just making a joke. We're trying to make a joke.
Getting a bit of a move down at the minute as well.
Yeah. I think we're probably going to take out 60k. It'd be weird after it front run it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to change any positions, but I think we probably will take out 60k.
So I'm good to go, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. So quite simply, if you just split this into a range, right? We've had a deviation of this particular range here of the high. So this is the particular area I was looking to hold support. If you can hold support here, which doesn't look likely, right? Then I think you're coming down. You're going to be coming down into this area here. So what I'm looking for is just simple range trading, right? We come down here. Ideally, you're looking at the 57.5. We get a bounce up here. And if we come back into here, that's when I'm looking to short this stop above the high down into here. I do think eventually we do come down to here. I think in terms of the higher time frame structure, it looks fine. We've got one low here, low here. I think this is the key low for me. If we break that low, I do think then we go into a bear market. So I think this is the key low here, but I don't think we're going to come into there. I am looking for this 52k region. So I initially longed here. I would look to compound this long for the first time. I haven't compounded that long at all. I would look to compound it in this region here. I think if we do come into here, we'll do something like this. And then if we do something like that, you can take the long here, where you just take the long back of the reclaim of the middle, and then you can set your stop off low, and then you're looking for back to the high.
Yeah.
Particularly. And that lines up quite nicely with the 618, I think. So I think the 0.5 lines up around here, and the 618's down here somewhere. So yeah, I would look to take that trade. If you want to take the trade into the low, I would take the trade in this box, and then I'd put stop loss just underneath this box here. But initially, my idea was, and the reason I've rotated out of Bitcoin predominantly because I was looking for this play. So we did come up to here, and I was looking for resistance, obviously, as you would in this particular region here. We did reject here, and I do see us falling back down to here. But at some point, I do see us, like once we clear this level here, right, alts are going to get absolutely smashed. And I do see Bitcoin coming up to the 52, 53% level. And I think once we do reject off that, that's when there's going to be a major altcoin season. Like you haven't seen anything yet. Like shit is just going to fly.
Yeah.
like fly and like hit the fan. But yeah, so I sold my Bitcoin here. Rotated into Sol and Luna because I bought, like, for me, it's all about, you can pick coins which are like RSI and stuff because you can get super nice moves off that and the charts do look great. But my plan was to buy into strength. And what have we seen in this particular bull run? What have we seen? We've seen stuff like Sol, right? Atom, Luna, right? These are the coins, the layer ones. They've been absolutely outperforming like crazy. So it was the layer ones, it was the DEXs. But DEXs have taken back seat now, and it was the NFT craze, right? So my whole plan this bull run is to play the layer ones. That's what I've made my plan, and that's what I'm going to be playing. So I'm playing the layer ones. But yeah. And also there's another point, right? Like, and I don't know if you agree with this, but like, you know how like we base all of our opinions against the Bitcoin pair, right? Do you not think it makes more sense nowadays to base your altcoins off the Ethereum pairs? Because in my eyes, I don't think you should be looking to outperform Bitcoin. I think you should be looking to outperform Ethereum.
I think you should be looking to outperform Ethereum when Ethereum starts to outperform Bitcoin. That's kind of how I do it.
And Ethereum's been on a tear against Bitcoin.
No, it's still bearish market structure.
Yeah, but over the market cycle. Yeah, you're talking like.
Oh yeah.
I mean, over the market cycle, I'm talking about. Like, it's been absolutely ripping against Bitcoin. Like.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. See, so this market cycle, you should have been looking to outperform Ethereum if you really wanted to perform. And I think that still stands. I think you should be looking to outperform Ethereum in the long run. And I think it's basically all I had to say.
I think it depends. It very much depends on like the asset you're trading and which ones, because from a technical perspective, swing trading and larger time frame stuff, I definitely agree with that. But we're looking at Ethereum having underperformed since September, and the way that I like to play a lot of the alts and Bitcoin as well is more like we do stuff from a day trading perspective, and I think that's what we're looking at day to day. Swing trading is very different, and you've got to be doing the fundamental analysis on a larger time frame, which is
but
massively
day trading, like I want to pick the stuff which is looking strong. Like, because then if you're trying to play long into something that's looking strong, there's more chance of that your long scenario playing out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we're seeing a shift, and we are seeing a shift in the market. Like, this is nothing compared to what 2017 was.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah,
I see what you mean, and that's again.
You can take the screen back now. But yeah, I don't know if I can stop this.
Just stop share.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm blind. Yeah, there you go.
I'll go back on. Yeah, no, that's it's definitely something I've never really looked so much at the ETH pairs, and I think I'll take a look into them. Like, that's the thing. I've not traded them so much. So
why did I go rotate into Sol? Because the ETH pair was looking amazing. What did we get? We got a fucking 15% move. Like, I think the ETH pairs are so important now.
Okay, but also that's the thing. You can get it. There's 6,000 assets to trade, and there's many different ways to trade them.
Yeah, of course, of course.
So it's not like there's a lot of stuff like we're in trades that.
Yeah, what I'm saying is not gospel. It's just something that I've been following and I've noticed, and I thought it was just an interesting point to raise.
I want to have a look at the Sol ETH pair. I've never really looked at it, so I'm going to take a look.
Oh, you need to choose another exchange.
Yeah,
the Binance. Yeah, or this one. Yeah.
Okay. See, the problem is the liquidity of it, and
Well, that was going to be my question, Santi. Do you look at it in terms of trading the pairs, or do you just look at it in terms of strength and weakness?
There's strength and weakness.
Yeah,
So
to decision
where
make.
to?
Decision
So this is
make,
like
yeah.
so longer term swings, position trades, those kind of things, right?
Yeah.
So you're looking at these as position trades for Q1, but you're, like getting very, very well positioned into these position trades for Q1. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I
Absolutely.
think everybody had to make a plan, and that was my plan, to play the
Mhm.
layer ones, and that's what I've done.
It's working, yeah. So Sol, you're looking at Sol and Luna, right?
Sol, Luna, Atom.
Okay. So I'm gonna take a look.
I mean, these are my holdings at the moment: Sol, Luna, Atom, Ethereum, and that Bit token or BitDAO or whatever. Those are my
Right.
only holdings.
The problem I have with for me, it's just not. Yeah, that's not. Like to me, that looks like change your market structure. Look for shorts. So I'm looking the opposite
Luna,
way.
I agree with you. Luna is
Okay,
the one
cool.
that Luna is the only one out of those ones
Yeah,
which
right.
didn't
Yeah.
live up to what I was hoping for was going to happen. But yeah,
I'm trying to.
but Luna is still up 10% over ETH.
Okay, over ETH, but I'm also not interested in ETH right now. So that's why, like, I'm not looking at ETH right now. So for me, what I'd be looking at, and I don't care what ETH's doing because ETH has been, for what's important is it's since September for me. I think that's now what we're now into this new market cycle since kind of September time. I'm seeing ETH underperform, and I'm seeing a lot of these ones underperforming, and
And that doesn't mean I can't switch back to Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I've taken profits. Like, you know, you need to time these things correctly. It doesn't mean I'm going to hold them forever. But I think personally, I think this is going to be a totally different market. It has been a different market, and what I see happening is, we're going to get to 100K, but it's going to be one big slow grind up. Just
Absolutely.
like you see, just like the the S&P 500, SPX, S&P 500, right? It's that slow grind up, right? And I think in the long run, right, you should be looking to play stuff which outperforms Ethereum, because I do think Ethereum goes on a tear.
I think it does next January, February though. I don't know if like yeah. I'm trying. I'm looking. I'm having a look because this is new for me. Is this style of it? I'm just wondering whether this does continue and get. But we're looking at onto. No, that's a new one. Okay. See,
like for me, Bitcoin, if you want to be in Bitcoin, that means you want to take risk off the table.
because slower kind of moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to put risk on, you rotate out of Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's a different style of playing it, and it's very, very different to the way that I'm playing it. Because what my plan has been, I don't think we're at that stage yet where we could be thinking of it's getting there maybe, and if we do lose 60 decisively, then we can get to that phase where we're looking at this being a again another range being put in, which would really favor the larger caps and the layer ones and all of that. I may be a little bit cautious to go into that plan yet, because I still think Bitcoin's got a really good chance here. And for my play on that is the low caps, and they've been doing really well for me. I'm going to look at, was it Atom again, the other one you said?
Yeah, and for me, it's like when the Bitcoin dominance goes into a position where it looks like it's going to bounce, yeah, then I'll rotate into Bitcoin. Like that's how I'm playing it, like just off the Bitcoin dominance.
Atom was the other one you said there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, Atom 100%. Because yeah, I am in Atom. Sol and Luna, I'm not so sure on, because Sol, because I think the FTX stuff dies down a little bit, at least until we enter the next point in which things are all kind of gone parabolic. I don't think there's a reason for Alameda stuff to pump now, because there's not enough retail in there. Because the fact is, no one really trades on FTX. It's very much used as an advertisement once hype is in already. So all the FTT and everything pumped right at the end. Okay, all of the new retail that was there, FTX then took advantage of all of that and did that. And so I'd be wary on Sol from that perspective, because I don't know, it could just keep ripping. I don't know enough about Sol, but Solana, because it's within that sphere, I'd be wary on that, because I think they're incredibly good at marketing, and I think we need a massive new influx of retail for them to get that. Although again, I think I am in the long on Sol, but it's just one of those that's like not so sure for like a Q4 play. But that's for me. That's the great thing, because there's so many assets out there. Yeah.
Hey, look, just interested on you're talking about Ethereum there. Why you're not that? You don't seem that excited by it. So I was just
yeah.
because if I look at it like since January, it has. I mean, yeah, it's taking ups and downs, obviously, but
Or if you look at it over the year,
yeah, since the start of the year, it hovered in the golden pocket from like a month and a bit in February, and it had a big move up, and then it's put in this range, hasn't it? For what am I looking at here? Since the beginning of May till now, still in this same range, right? But it's come down to, what was it, the 786, 83?
Yeah.
And I switched some Bitcoin to ETH there, like half my Bitcoin actually, and it's had a bit of a move up. I'll add it in, to be honest. So I'm up, but not hugely. But if it comes back up to the top of the range, nice, obviously.
Yeah.
I just wonder why you wouldn't be interested down at these. Obviously, we've had a little bit of a move up, but what, a few percent, 3% something. But the lows of this range again, isn't this a nice move up consolidation for another move up potentially?
I think maybe I'm possibly looking just a little bit because what are we talking scaling into that when we're at these lows down here? We've had a few days since then. I guess I'm kind of thinking.
Yeah, because it hasn't changed market structure there yet either, so it could do another leg down, right, and come to the bottom of this range.
Absolutely.
Give a nice entry even lower here.
See, I think Bitcoin will be sorry, I'd say ETH. My chart is too messy on this one because I don't use this one so much. Let's just go, whoops. Yeah, the only thing for ETH at the moment is that I'm just looking simply from, I like to trade this one on USDT as well. And what I saw was I was short from all-time high. I saw a close below the major daily. So that to me is kind of, I think we see a pullback slightly, at least to take out like a couple more lows, because from a higher time frame perspective, that's not particularly good. Okay, you tried to break 2 levels on one day and failed on both of them. So I am looking for a pullback on that. So that's the reason I'm short on ETH, just because of that. But
Yeah, but okay.
but from an
100% I agree
BTC
with you.
perspective, I think what we it's on that verge, but I don't think I'm ready to go into it yet. I think it could turn around within a few days, but for me, just not quite yet. I guess that's the thing for myself. Like I look at the charts every day, so I try and get my timing right. So I think for me, I probably look to enter into ETH when we. In fact, I could probably get I think we probably put it in a range a bit longer, and I think this is the area I'd look to enter into it, because we've not had that change of market structure yet. So I think a higher low is coming, and maybe that's only in a few days, but just a bit early at this stage. And at that point, maybe that's when I do it. I haven't done it yet, so that's the only thing. Why is I just haven't done it yet. Maybe you guys are like ahead of me a bit quick, but
I think you're right, Luke. I
yeah.
still think it could come down and take, like, there's an old monthly, a daily, and a weekly, all really close to each other. At like, what was it 57, 0.57,123 sats ish.
Look,
That's like a beautiful level if we get that.
And
maybe even swing the lows.
Yeah, I 100% I agree with you, right? And I'm talking about my investment portfolio. I don't really trade. I don't really. This isn't really my trading portfolio. All right, I might shift stuff around sometimes, right? But I'm not. So I'm, like you said, I'm positioning for the end of the bull run, right? And if we come low, we come low. I'll take the drawdown. But in the long run, right, you expect ETH to outperform Bitcoin the rest of the bull run, right? You expect at some point for it to overtake Bitcoin and go on this massive run.
I think it will, yeah.
And so that's the reason
one.
that's the reason I reshuffled things around.
Yeah, the thing. Oh wow, that was a long time ago. The thing for ETH is, and this is why I'm still very cautious on ETH, is it could still see a 30% move back against the BTC pair.
Yeah, and it probably will. And it will at some point. I agree with you there. I think it does come lower. I think it comes to at least 0.5, maybe lower than 0.5.
Yeah.
And that's going to be on that major move up that I said on the Bitcoin dominance chart. That's where everything is going to bleed against Bitcoin when it comes into about the 52, 53%.
Yeah.
Market dominance.
So let me take a look at this one then. Yeah, and you think Bitcoin dominance, because that would have to do that quite.
I think Bitcoin dominance at the moment continues to bleed until about the 45 to 44 level. And then I think we see the relief of that, and then we come back up and we break it. And I think that's when Bitcoin goes on its run.
Okay. But that's the thing, that could happen within a few days.
Yeah, but it could take time as well. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just that it's
Yeah,
like anything
yeah,
could
yeah.
happen. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's a tough one. If Bitcoin's gonna, if we're looking for ETH to outperform at the moment, you'd be looking at Bitcoin down here, because the way that the layer ones and stuff have done, I think that's, where's ETH on its range? Why would
I
you
mean, if
play
Bitcoin
that
dominance
right
comes down there, fucking layer ones are probably 5x by then.
now? But a lot of it is to do, yeah. Mm,
I mean, realistically, I don't think that low gets taken. I don't think we go lower than that at the moment. I think the low's in for Bitcoin dominance.
yeah, until we get a Bitcoin has its big run. But I still it's so I don't know. It's yeah. I trade each. I think I trade each asset on merit. And for me, I personally am not seeing opportunity there yet on ETH, and I definitely am on Atom. But then again, Sol and Luna have had their fun. I think the market's got a very short memory, and I think that can very quickly change. I'm looking more towards Link. I'm looking more towards Dot, and I'm looking more towards the low caps. I think we could see a move back into that kind of thing, because Sol's had a good run, Luna's had a good run. It's just, I think this just market is a bit, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm looking at Aave as well. This is a great one.
Has anyone looked at the BTF ETF thing? I think
Yeah.
it started trading
Yep.
today.
Oh, which is the new one?
The Valkyrie, the ticker is BTF.
Cool. So yeah,
Not a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah, probably got destroyed today.
This is the big one. Yeah, that's the thing. The Valkyrie one was the major ETF, and we have had a pullback on day one on that one. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know where this should have started.
It has like all the price data from 09, I think.
Yeah, what's all this? This is obviously an old ticker that was called BTF back in the day, I think. This is what you had on the Coinbase listing. Then they cleared it all up after a few days, but it was just all old data from an old ticker that was called Coin back in like 2008. Yeah. All right, let's have a look on the chat. FTX have a huge sponsorship of Miami Heat, including naming rights for a stadium. They just gave $500 worth of crypto to an entire section of the stadium. Yeah. That's the thing. FTX, they're a weird one, and I think they'll do really well again. But
You really want to bet against Sam? Guy's a fucking beast.
Yeah, but there's a big reason why they're, I think, doing this now. I'm in FTT. But in fact, actually looking at the chart looks great. Looks really, really good. It's a shame we didn't quite come down into here. Yeah. See, that's what I'm seeing from FTT is it's just this is a lot of the stuff that people are still a bit hyped on. I think I'm waiting for lower on a lot of this stuff. I might not get it. And that's the thing. I might not get this, but I think Sol FTT. I'm looking for lower before higher. I think that would be my play on it. Yeah. Greg, I know Sam owns a liquidity provider, but that doesn't mean that they have to always push prices up. The thing with FTT is the reason they are now sponsoring whole football stadiums or whole basketball teams and football stadiums, and they're all over the F1 is because they sold. They wouldn't be able to sponsor this if they didn't sell. So is it? I think that's why I think it's just a bit early for it again now.
They've had a huge capital investment from venture funds. You know, it's not them only.
Yeah.
They're not only funding the whole thing by trading. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Sam himself said he's had to take more like the reins over like less trading and more like actual fucking running a company type shit.
The thing is, like, what I'm getting vibes of from the stuff that's done really well so far here is ADA 2018, and I can remember everyone really bullish thinking it was going to be the one that outperformed in the next phase of the market, and it went into an incredibly long, like 4-year bear market after that because people just
correct me if I'm not wrong, but is ADA a company? Do they actually make profits? Like the thing about
it was very, very different back then in the market. Yeah.
The difference is that they have an actual company, registered company, and they actually make profits. That's the difference here.
Let's go back onto FTT. See, I literally, yeah, they have a company. I care about the chart, and that for me is what I look for. There are a lot of companies like all I'm saying is that FTT sold a lot of their stuff, and that's what's paying for them to be able to put all these sponsorships in right now. So it's going to take them time, I think. Yeah, the fact that FTX is everywhere that's a bit of caution for me on that, because I think that needs to get a new wave of people that need those prices low, because if they're looking for new investment, they will need those prices lower. It could go either way. I'm looking at a chart and that doesn't interest me. That's just all from me. Whereas that did interest me, and it happened before. Everyone was super bullish on FTT back here, and just wait, and it comes into an area that you want it to. Which is done. I guess it has done it. FTT BTC done. All right, that looks better. Okay. Right. Where's price? Oh, we did take out 60k. Nice. Good. Wait, no, we didn't.
I was about to say, I don't think we did. no, my
We
chart.
didn't. What? It tells me we did. FTX did. Okay. Wow. Okay, FTX did, and they didn't earlier.
I compounded my skull when he came down.
Nice. There it is. Okay. That's another reason, maybe actually, why to be quite bullish on FTT, because they are running the show right now. They have been all day today. FTX have been running this whole move. FTX and Bitfinex. They're the two aggressors on this move.
They take the lows.
Yeah. So
Everyone
FTX.
everyone on Bybit waiting for a swing for your apparently. It's already happened to you.
Yeah, it has,
Typical.
yeah.
I mean,
And
those
this
two
is-
boys have been running the show since 29k. Probably they've been running the whole bull market.
Yeah. Let's sit straight into it.
That swing failure, look, I was out today, but you mentioned something in the chat about, I think it was Thugnificent had spotted with the SFPs recently.
Mm-hmm.
Is it they're not playing out the same, or?
Yeah, there have been some that I think that's the thing, when you're getting ones that when there's aggressors in the market, they don't tend to work out as nicely. But so I'm just looking at this. Yeah, you can just see how clearly. In fact, that's really quite amazing what they like. Look at the amount of selling, the amount of money that was just taken to force this price down. It's over 1,000 Bitcoin sold within the space of a minute or two. And now we've got a massive increase in open interest.
I think this range is gonna break to the upside at least. At least the 61,600 for me.
Mm-hmm.
The daily.
Yeah, you'd say that because this has been FTX moving this all day. They got the swing failure earlier. They were the ones that caused that, and they've been pushing price down ever since. Them along with FTX. Then what you had is what appears to be a close of a short position, followed by now building a long. Because, and this is the nice thing about FTX, is although they're running the show, there's not really many people actually trade on their exchange. So if you see stuff happening on FTX, it's not really washed up with, like, Binance is completely washed with retail. But for me,
it's just a couple of big players.
Yeah, does anyone like genuinely like trade on FTX like day to day, like everyday trading?
What's his name? What's his name? Crypto Face. I think he trades on FTX, but
I think he's Femex actually.
Femex, so yeah, that could be. Actually.
Yeah.
Really
Because America can't trade on it, Europe can't trade on it. We don't get leveraged tokens over here. I just don't think anyone really trades on it. I think it's just a toy. It's a toy for Sam and Almeida. And it's a shit exchange. It's a horrible exchange to use if you've used it. Really horrible to use.
I remember someone saying it was just like they literally counter trade all their customers because they can see the order books and stuff. I was like, well, well.
Yeah, but that's the same with all exchanges.
Yeah, but I mean, like FTX, the guy's made his money from all that, hasn't he? Well, some exchanges have, but he's really well known.
They've got a very they have this reputation just because he's such a, he's like Vitalik, isn't it? Just such an awkward, weird, apparently nice guy. But yeah, they're definitely
Yeah, but you say nobody trades FTX, but if you look at the liquidations from today, 20% of all the liquidations today came from FTX, more than Bybit. More than
Yeah.
Bybit.
And we could
Yeah.
also just be a couple of big liquidations now instead of like
Oh
a
yeah.
lot of people.
Because that's it. Like I've used FTX, but it feels like I'm going back in time 4 years.
I don't think it's a bad exchange, and I like the
Uh,
fact that they offer a decent range of contracts of different asset types and stuff.
Yeah, I love it. Like for actually doing like the order book stuff, FTX is just amazing. The data that you can get from this, because it just makes everything so clear. So I think it's my favorite exchange to analyze, but it's my least. I hate it for trading on. I just don't know why.
But the thing
can't.
is, you don't you trade using the API anyway. Like that's how I trade. Like I don't trade on the actual exchange.
Yeah.
Like you use the
true,
API, so it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter what exchange you're on. It means nothing.
Yeah. Good point. I think this comes from days where I was doing a lot of
Oh,
like,
do you remember back in the day with BitMEX?
yeah.
Like the exchange, like what a load of shit. And do you remember the little chat room that was there? It was the best shit in the world.
Also, I'm gonna do this. So someone says FTX fees are just fantastic, and that is a myth. So let me just go over here. Let's go on to exchanges. FTX fees are not fantastic. Okay, so we'll look at FTX. Okay, you have a 0.2% maker fee and a 0.7% taker fee. That is higher than Binance. That is higher than OKX. That is much higher than Bybit, where you get a rebate. That is higher than this, that I don't know about. It's higher than Huobi. It's higher than BitGet. It's higher than Femex. It's higher than BitMEX. Higher than KuCoin. Higher than Derbit. So they have the highest fees on out of any exchange.
Yeah, but you also need to remember this: the more volume you trade on there, the lower the fees you take. If you do over 50 million in volume, you don't pay any. You pay 0 fees on the makers. Plus, if you hold FTT tokens, you get discounted based on tiers.
Yeah.
So yeah, it might be to place the odd trade, it's more expensive, but in the long run, if you do a lot of trading there, it actually works out cheaper.
But then every other exchange offers that same thing.
Well,
so you do get...
where does Bybit? Bybit doesn't offer me. I trade big volume of Bybit. I don't get offered anything.
Yeah, Bybit's nice because you get the rebate, and you do get like 20% off. I don't know about the... I'd say for a retail trader, which is where FTX position themselves.
Maybe because Santi's not using the Toros referral, that's why.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but this is the thing, okay, that there is this myth that FTX are the most friendly to their customers, and that's because their fees and their funding appears cheap because they calculate it in different ways to other exchanges. But when you do average things out, and like if you're looking on the funding as well, it normally averages out as being less retail friendly than others. So yeah, okay, if you trade over 50 million on FTX, you get big discounts. If you're staking FTT, you get big discounts. But for the retail trader who won't have the money to get in on those, it is the most expensive exchange. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you're consistently trading, like on a daily basis, it does work out cheaper. Definitely does.
Yeah. Okay. What they like on spot? Oh, it doesn't get... Yeah.
I mean, you want the most expensive exchange, Coinbase. Like they rip you, a new one.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Also, there's FTX US, isn't there? Oh, they don't do offer futures. I didn't realize KuCoin was 0 fees. Surely not. I don't think that's right. That's the thing. I'm just looking at just general.
You need to
General
remember
data,
this as
yeah.
well, right? So if Sam and his buddies are trading on the FTX exchange, which obviously they are, right?
Mm.
When they want to push the market, it doesn't cost them anything because they're not paying fees on pushing the market.
Yeah.
Because it's their own bloody exchange.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going into like some proper rabbit holes with the conversation tonight. It's quite good. Everyone's like, just do the raffle.
Yeah, talk about fees. That was a funny one. Like the Swissborg. I don't have a premium account or anything. I just have the basic one.
Yeah.
I staked a bunch of tether on there for a while. It's better to have, you earn money rather than having it in the bank. So I thought, I'll do that. But then I think it was like in there for 3 months. I thought, I'll switch it back. I need the money now. Switched it back. The fees that I had to pay to switch tether back to GBP
Oh,
just cost me more than I made on the yield. I was like, what was the point in that?
Yeah.
And obviously it goes up the more you do. So I thought, unless you've got a premium account, it's kind of pointless.
Mm.
It just pays for the fees to switch the stuff back and forth.
Yeah. 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 The fees everywhere are ridiculous. I think that's the thing. I think I'm saying it just this stuff. I have nothing against FTX. Like, some days I'll say they're really good. Some days I'll say they're awful. It's the same as Bybit. I think they're awful a lot of the time, but I like using the exchange. I just don't care. I think I'm just going. Someone said that they had the best fees, and that's why I've just shown that chart. If someone said that they had the worst fees, I probably would have gone, well, if you stake FTT, then you get 0%. I'm just in that kind of mood tonight. I'm just disagreeing with everyone. I need to have a few more beers, maybe. Okay. What are the fees for DYDX? Can't remember. Can't remember the fees for this. Not very much. Not telling me. Alright, no, not connected. Don't think this is gonna dox me.
Doesn't it say the fees there on the right hand side in that box? The different tiers.
Yeah, that tells you the discount, but not the fees. There we go. Okay, make a 0.05, take a 0.1. Oh, that's high, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
0.1
really
on
high.
the taker is really high.
Yeah.
I mean, the spread you'll probably get because there's not a lot of volume being
Yeah.
done on the exchange.
Hmm?
There's probably not a lot of volume that's on the exchange, is it? So like,
You
if you want to get a big position, then
you get tons of volume towards the end of the epoch, and then
okay.
and then nothing after that.
Yeah.
But again, I don't really use the exchange. Like you can see, I've got like $172 trading volume. So and I've paid 17 cents of fees. That was just from trying out the exchange. Yeah, if you have over, all right, no, if you have over 200, is that 200 million?
Jesus.
Yeah, it's 200 million.
I thought that was a point. 200,000. Okay, if you have over 200 million on the exchange, then you get no fees. It's ridiculous.
Oh, well, that's volume, isn't it?
Mm. Oh yeah, 30-day volume, yeah. Okay. I am going to get myself a drink and some water, and then we will do the raffle and look at the altcoins that people posted into the chat and figure out some way to announce some winners for that I don't really know what I'm going to do, but we'll figure it out. So yeah, I'll be back in just a sec. Pete, do you have the wheel ready for whatever we're going to do?
He must be really busy with it because he's not mentioned crypto.com. He loves that thing.
I'm just wondering how are we gonna do the raffle? Like based on what? Like
I
who's
don't know
gonna
yet.
participate? Though?
I don't know yet. I'll be back in a sec. Hold on.
Okay. It's like, yeah, let's do the raffle, but how?
It's your chance to shill crypto.com, P. Come on, tell us about.
Yeah. This is my time. Yeah, this is my
boost the launch pad, whatever it's
5
called.
second of fine. Yeah. No, actually, tomorrow in the crew we're gonna make some kind of shielding stream or whatever. So we're gonna talk about farming and all that. It's just Runner just saying like, yeah, he can tomorrow, so we will do it. Just gonna tag the crew if they're up to. If not, we will not do anything.
Is this really a Friday stream? It doesn't seem wild enough.
Yeah, 'cause fucking market got destroyed today. Oh, not really
Yeah.
destroyed, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Pullbacks.
Oh, I do know what you mean. Yes.
That's why Luke's going to get some stronger booze.
Right. So, hey, man, I don't knock the hard love, man. I appreciate it. I needed it, but you know, there's a lot of things in the background people don't know about how I got it or who I got it from or whatever the case is. I'll tell you what, I'd never take money from my mom. I'd never take money from a friend, and I'd also never take money anybody couldn't live without. And fortunately, the gentleman who decided to help me out had more than enough that he's not even sweating it. He's also a good enough man that he will never judge me for my mistakes. He just helps me to learn from them. It was the first thing he asked, you know, what can you learn from this? And I was like, well, let me take the weekend or a week to figure it out, you know, but it really isn't going to take that long. Basically, a dumbass, I was in good trades all the way up. As I would close a good long, I would open another one at the break just because it was still breaking, no chance for a short. Kept running that mentality. Somebody even said a couple days ago, this market is going to condition people for longs. And sure enough, coming into price discovery, having never been into one before, seeing the last one and how it reacted, I thought, hey, this is the time to go. And I went in, but I didn't go all in. But then I screwed up along the way and accidentally hit the wrong button with the wrong thing still set to the last setting. Ah, crap. Okay, now I'm in deeper than I wanted to be. Should I pull the plug now? No, I've been okay thus far. And that was my mistake. I hope.
And who do you think said that? Who do you think that said that the market would condition you for longs?
Hey, I think that was you.
Yeah,
that
it was definitely
you.
me. It was 100% it was me. And there was a reason I said it.
I
was
recalled
trying
that
to warn
after
people.
the fact. And I listen to the warnings, I do. And I even saw the warnings there. And what it was, you know, I stepped it up. I took $1, turned it into 40 in a few days. And then I took 600 and I turned it into 3,000 in a few days.
And this is what the majority of people did.
Majority
of people made a lot of money and they probably all gave it all back.
Yeah.
In that one move down.
We'll learn. What I did was that was a lot of hopium injected into my trade, I think. If I'd have pulled out all the hopium, if I'd have said, well, I got to take this hit, I just have to take this hit, and took the hit, it would have only set me back a week instead of what is now a couple months. So now, luckily, it only took me a couple months to get here. Now, it was through an injection of funds from somebody else, but if I can keep the same pattern and learn and stick to what I know and do what I'm supposed to fucking do, I'll be okay. So we'll go from here. I deserve to be cussed out. I mean, there's no doubt about it, but I'm already at a low point, you know, and it's a cussing cut issue, that's for sure.
The issue I see with a lot of people cutting trades is like, okay, look, there's a weekly just below me. Okay, if it goes below the weekly, I'm gonna cut it. Then it goes below the weekly. Okay, there's VWAPs coming up. It's definitely gonna hold the VWAP. You know, it's gonna reverse the VWAP. All right. VWAP's broken. Okay, there's one more level. If I'm gonna hold it, and then before you know it, you're already down 60%, and you're thinking, all right, what the fuck do I do now?
That's exactly where I was.
Yeah.
Exactly what happened. So I was okay Wednesday when I went into church. Everything was okay. We were down just a level or so. I had room to move. And then literally I got out of church. I looked at the phone. It was great. I drove home. By the time I drove home, it was 50% upside down. What? And then I couldn't pull the plug there. I could not pull the plug at 50%. And if I'd have pulled the plug then, at least I'd only be halfway down as I am right now. So yeah, hopium and prayers don't get you nowhere. You know, I mean, you got to keep praying. Don't get me wrong, but it ain't going to move the market for you. It only gets you in the right mindset when you lose. Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I think with like your mindset, if you're thinking like, oh, there's this level below me, there's this level below me, theoretically speaking, you can just cut the trade. And if you really want to buy that level, then you buy the level.
There you go. And that's what I should have done. I should have cut out and said, if it gets down here and then bounces, then I can get back in.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'll have only lost this much and I'd be making it up as I go here rather than still losing more.
Yeah. And
the thing when you're in the low time frames as well is when you're actually looking at it, and if you're looking at price going down and okay, you lose that level, you go down a bit further, you lose the next level, you go down a bit further, it doesn't feel like you've really come down that far, because you're probably only like today we went through about we went down 6% in what, 2 hours? So it doesn't feel like it's been, okay, we don't feel like we're 6% down there because it's only been going on a couple of hours. You don't quite know. That's, for me, it was like, I was just there chatting. I was in the trading room. I was just chatting in the trading room, just typing stuff. I was like, okay, I'm monitoring what's going on. And it just felt like a really slow kind of gradual grind down that wasn't really taking out anything that key. And then before I know it, it's like, oh shit, there's my alert. It's 60K. We're at 60K. And I was there and we were looking at it as like 61,600. It just doesn't feel like it. But then you look back at your position and you then like, whoa, okay, this has come down a really long way. Like you're massively underwater here. Because if you'd have taken a long from the swing failure pattern, you're now massively underwater. And the thing is, you're not going to come back up at the same speed that you go down. It's when you get aggression in these moves, you're going to... You then have to endure that pain for a long time before you start to see the market come back to where you want it to be. Like for anyone who bought 42k back in May, I bought 42k in May. It took 3 months for me to be back in profit on that, and it didn't feel like it went down much further than 42. It all happened within the space of 3 hours. But then that 3 hour period took 3 months to then recover.
And there was a possibility it never recovered.
Yeah.
There was a scenario on the table, right? The issue, I mean, I did the same thing, right? When I first started trading, I was using super low leverage, right? And I was just taking positions. And then I'd wait. The price goes against me, I'd just wait. And it wasn't liquidating me because I was in such low leverage. Price would reverse and I'd be in profit. I'd take my profits. I'd enter an next position. I could win like 30, 40 trades like that. And all it takes is the one time where it doesn't come back to you in reverse and you get wiped out because you don't have any stop loss.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was what I was doing basically. I had played it wild.
You're doing exactly that. Yeah. See, yeah. And that's
I think for me,
big problem.
Yeah.
Because
a really good thing that I learned is like it's fine to play the trend and it's fine to play the low time frames. I still do. That's what I do. That's my job. I trade the low time frames. But if something goes against me, I want to be the first person hurt on that trade because you will get hurt on the trade. There is no way out of it. If you're in a short position from the highs and you're still playing shorts, at some point the market's going to reverse and you're going to lose on that trade. It is inevitable. But for me, like, the mindset for myself is I want to be the first person hurt, not the last person holding. And as long as I'm the first person hurt, then I've got that capital left to trade everything else. And for me, I got hurt when we lost something around like the 64. Okay, I got stopped out on a trade around then. But since then, it was just like, okay, play with caution. And that's the way that it was. Like, I got stopped out, hurt on that trade, made a loss, and since then just then thinking, okay, that stopped me out, therefore I'm now looking just to settle down a bit on this.
Yeah, you think about the next trade. No, not happened before. If not, you wouldn't be able to continue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll analyze the last trade and whatnot, but I'm not going to hold on to it. Just like I shouldn't have held on to it to begin with. That's for sure. So I'll figure out what I did wrong, which I basically already know what I did wrong, but I'll get it written down. I'll get it all written down, and I'll put it on a big sticky note in front of me and make sure I never do any of that stuff again.
Yeah. Hey,
it was a confluence.
COVID crash 2020. I lost like 70% of one of my accounts. Well, no, I lost about 70% of my my major account. I lost the whole account and then a significant amount of my portfolio, but don't care about that now.
Yeah.
I made a massive mistake on the COVID crash, just because I didn't realize what was happening at that point.
And like you said earlier, I think maybe 6 months ago you said it, right? In a bull run, you get bailed out a lot of the times.
Yeah.
And one of the dangers, and I said this earlier when we were in the voice channel Discord, one of the dangers in a bull run is you get positively rewarded for bad behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you hold on to trades, they reverse, and then they go in your direction, and you think, okay, that's something I should be employing. Actually, it's the worst thing.
Yeah, I think it's the difference as well between and I think people have to really realize there's a big difference between like because 2 days ago we were all here, we were all popping the champagne and we were having a party. Bitcoin breaks all-time high. That's not really us as traders. Okay, as a trader, that at those points you're like, well, okay, great, Bitcoin's broken all-time high, but there's not a trade here, so where's the next trade coming from? It's just an opportunity just to relax and think of it as like because
there's a milestone reached.
Yeah, you reach a milestone. We're in here because we love crypto, and we love like the asset. Why would we, if we didn't love Bitcoin and crypto in general, we'd be trading the stock market. And we're here because it's cryptocurrency and this is what we enjoy to trade. But there's a very big difference between this is like trading being the job, and then you just remove emotion from the job, and then once on the flip side of that, it's like you can have that emotion because it's like supporting a football team or something as well.
Well, and you got to have some emotion because I removed the emotion when I hit my, oh my God, I should panic button. I was supposed to hit the button, but I was like, nope, hold on. Remove emotion. And I removed it at the wrong time. You got to know when to use it, I think. Don't use it for the FOMO, and don't use it to not stop.
Yeah. I guess we're in a weird business here where it is almost like our job, because I just said it there, like our job is like the football team you support, and you've got to be able to remove the two aspects of each other, because it's very hard to get caught up into being like a champion of Bitcoin in the crypto space and wanting it to do well, and then realizing that like trading is trading, and your only focus when you're trading is forget what it is, look at the percentages. It doesn't matter that Bitcoin's at 66,700, wherever it came to. Doesn't matter. Where's the next percentage move going to come from? And it's still difficult, and that's why I released the FOMO video on the same day that we broke all-time high, because it's very important. So, oh shit, we're breaking all-time high, so I've got to counter that with the FOMO video, because everyone's going to be feeling that. I was feeling FOMO, and I was feeling a like wanting to get into the market and wanting to put in that capital and stuff, and it's difficult not to.
I think for me, one of the biggest reasons that even though I'm not trading for that long, that I didn't like have FOMO all the way up is because I still have a small trade running from all the way at the lows. So just whenever we broke out the highs, I was like, okay, nice. Well, the trade's doing good.
Yeah.
And you're not really looking for that next best trade because you're not in one.
Yeah.
This made it a lot easier for me, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. There was something else I think in the trading room, which I do think I'll make public. I was saying this because there's a lot of people that are like just on YouTube in general as well. But when we were looking at this, and I'm thinking back like at myself and how I could improve like what I do with my trading as well. But when we were looking within this range, we were doing the trading room, and it was literally like the most chilled out I'd been like ever. With the trading room, I was just there like, oh yeah, this is nice, just doing some analysis, looking for places to buy, and I was putting in some orders, and I was doing that kind of thing there. I was saying something is like, as long as the market continues to behave itself, I feel like I'm in kind of a flow with the market, and that's the way that it'd been the whole way up. Like just getting these really nice trades off of every level. Felt like I was in the flow with the market, and I was at that point I was expecting that to continue. So I was very, very calm. I was there like, right, okay, we've come down here, we've got this pattern here, we're looking at the golden pocket region at this point, and then I think we're going to come up and we're going to sweep over the highs. I'm going to take a short when we come up here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a long when we come into the golden pocket, and then we're looking for continuation. And I had this whole plan in my mind just because it had been going so well. And then we had that daily open, and suddenly Sam Bankman-Fried and his cronies and all of these guys and Bitfinex and all of that were like, fuck your plan. I'm just going to get aggressive and I'm going to sell, and we're going to do a back test of all-time high. And that happened, and I was just like, oh shit, this is not in my playbook. This is not like, I wasn't expecting this. And it threw me. But that's the important thing, because that threw me off. I then was like, yeah, fuck that. Like, just give it some time. And it was quite lucky probably that it happened at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was too tired to make any decisions based off of it. And then we came into the daily, we could take some trades, but I didn't trade any of this. Mainly because, A, I was asleep, and B, because that's no longer my plan. Like the zone and the kind of the flow that I was in with the market, that changed at that very instant. Like as soon as we got that daily open, we came down here. It didn't work out. We didn't hold. This is where I took the long. I can tell you where. I think it was here. I took the long based off of this. Okay, golden pocket, and you're coming into your lows after a trident Quasimodo setup. I took the long. As soon as I got stopped out of that, I was like, what? Like, that shouldn't happen. That's not the market I'm playing right now. This has not happened at all. Like if this was a normal market, that would have been a long, and we would have come back up here, swing failure the highs, and got a continuation. It didn't happen. So yeah, I don't know what my point is. I'm just going back over that, and now we've got this.
Change.
Things can change so quickly. Yeah.
And I mean the price action has been a bit like weird if you're looking at this. Like this doesn't look like anything I've seen before. Like just the way that rose and then just dropped again. I wanted to take the short, but I was asleep from the order block up all the way up there. But
yeah, this was very straightforward. This is what we saw back in May. Okay, we kept seeing this. That's the danger that we're in right now, is if this happens again. Okay, because if we go back to May last year, And I can remember again the shorts that we take because we were here every single fucking day trading these markets, which is amazing. We love it. But this is this. Okay, we had a drop after our first drop. Everyone gets bullish, and they're like, okay, that's the low that's in. And we were looking at this, and then you put in a range. What initiates the next drop? And this is what initiated the absolute carnage on that like 2-3 days in May. Okay, what initiated the carnage was just bread and butter, very, very simple. Okay, you come up, you hit your resistance, and then what it all ends with is a swing failure pattern of the highs and before an absolute collapse. And the danger we're in now, okay, is the collapse that we've seen today is this. And that's why this is now dangerous. Because if I look back at the chart, I'm looking at a move down today that we've had as being 6%. This was a 10% move down. So we're not seeing as big of a move down. But if we do get a rise, it gives a short opportunity, because what could happen next is this. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. But you have to be aware of that scenario at this stage, because this is now the type of market we're playing in. And we saw this again. So although you get those swing failures at the highs, we saw this same thing happening where was it? Well, I can't remember the exact things, but you see them happen quite often. After the rise, you get these little swing failures, and you then have that big reset on the whole market. I've just lost my whole screen. Hello. Okay, never mind. I have no chart left. TradingView's telling me to shut up and get onto the raffles. That's not just happened now. That's okay. Farhan is actually making sense. Short is rational. It allows better spot accumulation after taking derivatives and options profits for when price action changes. Yeah. They say don't say anything to FinX or even these guys are family. Like one day I will open doors for you. Yeah. Also, Farhan, you're saying when you become a perma bear, it'll be halfway to the door. The rest you'll figure out. The thing is, from a trading perspective, like, yeah, you kind of have to have that perma bear hat on as well. And I understand where people are coming from when they're always bearish on the charts, because everyone's gonna have this want to be bullish. So you kind of have to make yourself bearish in some way.
I mean, and if you're holding spot, like if it goes up, then you're happy, even if you're not in a trade.
Exactly.
But if
So
you're not in a short, then it's just dropping like this. Like it's hard to see your portfolio just go down. You're not hedged.
As a trader, it's very helpful to make yourself bearish. It's very, very helpful to make yourself bearish, like no matter what the situation is. And we do take the piss because we're having fun within the public streams and all of that. But it is very helpful to just be a bear as a trader, because if you've got a spot portfolio, you're not going to want to be, because you want price to go up. So you've got to think as a trader, like the way you can make money as a trader and then to improve your spot portfolio is mostly from short positions. I think that's where a lot of the profit comes from, is from taking short positions. Very easy to take long positions. Shorts are quite difficult. But if you can get that, if you can tell yourself like short positions are where it's at and stop thinking that it's ruining the market and things, then that's where that's where big money's made. Is in those shorts, I think, a lot of the time.
Just need to know where the balance is and not shorting every rise.
Yeah, know where the
No,
short squeeze is coming.
Yeah, exactly.
And then don't be the perma bear that is shorting within an uptrend.
Yeah.
As soon as things get bearish, just recognize it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Recognize it. And I'm disappointed that I didn't recognize that. And I'm very, well, I was out. Okay, I wasn't able to take the trade, but two very, very clear short positions.
Hello, everyone.
Yo, yo, yo.
Crypto
Right.
Prince is that?
How's everyone doing?
Yeah, good. How are you, man?
Good.
Not too bad, not too bad.
Good, good.
He was thinking about how to do the raffle. That's why
Oh shit.
it takes
Yeah.
so long.
No, I was not. I was just chatting.
Yeah, we need to get on with this, don't we? We're talking all this stuff. I'm going to.
I don't know. There's still people watching this, or
We've got 78 viewers.
okay, so
It's decent.
wasn't bad then.
Sorry, I just randomly I had a look back at BitBoy Crypto's videos. I didn't watch any.
My good old friend Big Boy.
I didn't watch any today, but I had a look back at his, like, because you can look at like the oldest videos, and his oldest video started off as like 16 viewers on his live stream. It's just mad, and now he's here with like 4 million followers or something.
Wow.
And he had 16 viewers on his first ever live stream, and I watched it back today, and he's had a hair transplant since then. That was only 3 years ago. How have things changed?
I mean, pretty funny that his hair transplants are probably funded from people being liquidated with his link. But
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
If you want to be like that, Luke, you need to do some more shilling pump and dumps.
I mean, he was
That's what the
he was
people
pretty,
want.
he was genuinely pretty serious back then. He was just doing a crypto podcast. He was doing what he does now, but the thing is, now he has influence, and all he was doing back then was just like, oh, this project looks interesting, I'll talk about it, which is basically what I'm doing with Cirrus and Dimitra and Unizen. So if one day I get to that, like, if I have 1 million followers, then I'm not going to be able to do that shit, because people will end up buying it, and then if it doesn't go, then we'll end up with an RSR situation, and I'm looked at as a scammer. Because P bought RSR after I released a video about RSR, and now we're like, what, 80% down? So, yeah. We'll see. P's not commenting.
Sorry, what?
I was saying if I end up as like the size of BitBoy, and I was to do a video, like a video saying how good like something like RSR is,
Okay.
about a week before it crashes, then I'll just be known as like the biggest scammer in crypto, and I'm like, that wasn't my intention. I just like the project. All right. P, do you want to do a screen share? Have you got a raffle set up, or are we just?
No, but the thing is, like, okay.
What are we gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, who's gonna participate in the raffle? I don't have any names or anything.
Anybody
Maybe-
in Toros that doesn't have a crew membership?
Yeah. What I'm gonna do quickly? I'm just.
It's a rect wheel or
A rec wheel.
I just need to.
so
I'm
you
gonna
have
do
to
this a
show
bit
your
differently.
loose.
I'm gonna do this a little bit differently, I think, to what the competition said. This was for the altcoin thing. And
Yeah, why you don't do that? Yeah.
I haven't figured it out yet. I just literally have not had time to look
Okay.
through everyone's entries. Okay, so we've got so I wanted to go just for the people. Okay, we've had one more entry tonight. We'll allow that. Is this going to take long? How many are there? Yeah, I'll do this. I'll bring this up on screen. This might be a bit boring. Hopefully it won't take too long. Okay.
Exo wheel. Yeah, well, that could be.
What I'm going to do, I'm just going to... Oh, man, what have I done? Share Discord. Well, this is what I'm thinking, okay? So I've got all the mentions and all of the stuff for me on Discord here. So we're going to have a look. We're just going to go through these. And I'm going to write them down quickly. So we have Donny is looking at Mbox. I think we've only got like 20 of these, so it's not too bad at all.
I think more. It's gonna take a while.
Oh man. Corduroy.
See you at 3 AM, guys.
I'm writing them down. And then after I've written them down, Arriva World, Johash.
Did you give out a challenge or something? What is this all for?
Yeah, I a couple of weeks ago I was just like, because we're doing like fundamental analysis and we're doing some of that on the Friday night stuff.
Yeah.
I was asking everyone to kind of just let me know what their favorite altcoins were. And the two people that had either the best performing altcoins or the ones that I like the look of the most, there's like, I'd buy $100 worth of that alt and give it to them, and get
nice.
some crew memberships with it as well. So Terona, I don't think we had too many entries, so I don't think this will take too long. Anna. Anna's one is good because we did cover that last week. Which is S-Key. What I'm probably going to do is just buy $100 of everything on this. What is this? Pitch my alt under 100 million. The can I talk about is Phantom. Can anyone see what alt this is? Yes, I know rumors, but swearing that Phantom will get us on Coinbase. This is all talking about Phantom, which is definitely not a low cap. Big Ed, you've told me about a coin, and all you've mentioned is Phantom.
Maybe you should click on it. Like, here's another message maybe below that you can't see. Oh,
Aha, yes,
there we
yes, yes. It is Zoocoin, yeah. Zoo.
Look, can you please mute everybody? Because we're getting some noises.
I don't hear it.
I don't hear anything.
No, before, not now.
I think we're okay.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I haven't heard any noise in the background. If anyone wants to just talk general crypto stuff, then please do.
What type of general crypto stuff?
Yeah, I mean,
Anything,
you need some
senti-
conversation or something, you know.
Talk,
we can
talk.
All
start
right, I'll
talking.
tell everybody about an amazing opportunity.
Yes.
All right, it's probably a once in a lifetime opportunity. Yes, it's called BitDAO. Essentially, what it is everybody who owns the Bit token, right? You get it's a venture capital fund. And who funds the venture capital? 2.5 of the basis points of all of the I think the trading fees generated each day is added to this fund daily, right? And when you hold the tokens, you get to vote. So you can put something called a proposition up, and the proposition is, like, recently, what did they propose? They proposed that why don't we use $170 million worth of the money in the fund to purchase or swap the BIT token with FTT tokens. So FTX actually bought they swapped 170 million, and the contract was in place that they had to hold these tokens for 3 years. So they're not allowed to sell or do anything with these tokens for 3 years. And in exchange, FTX also put the BIT token for trading on the FTX exchange. So yeah, there's a few more propositions coming out. Like, they want some of the money that Bybit's putting in every day to go into a buyback of some of the BIT tokens and then burning them to increase the value. And then they also want to purchase NFTs. So I think it's just a great idea and concept. Plus, they fund all these great projects, which is all voted by the people who own the BIT token. So it's incentivized. Like, the people on the BIT token want the value to go up, so they're going to, do more propositions which increase the value of the token. So I think it's got a good future, and I think the idea is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is the BIT token.
I like that.
And I think I think what we saw was, we've seen the rise of a lot of exchanges tokens, like FTT, amazing bull run, BNB, amazing bull run. So I don't see why Bybit, one of the larger players in the exchange, I don't see why their token won't do well in my eyes. I think it would be a big winner in the long run.
Yeah, I think it could be, yeah. And if they want to bring in, like, actual kind of new, like, the thing is that it's very much like a traders exchange, Bybit, and if they want to position themselves more as like an FTX or a Binance or that kind of thing, they're going to have to change that perception. This is a really good way of doing it, I think.
Yeah, and then if they add utility of the BIT token to the exchange, or if you hold the BIT token, you get lower fees or something, that's going to increase the value. I don't see how. I think it's a great project.
I'd be interested to see. I think what would be really interesting is Q4 to be the BitDAO token versus the Zen Unizen token.
Yeah, so Money Badger told me about this. I think that's also very similar idea, right? In terms of
Unizen, it just looks amazing. I think it's going to be a game changer, like exchange as well, a decentralized exchange. So you can basically trade any Binance, any Uniswap asset, and any SIF chain asset, which is another decentralized exchange within the Unizen exchange itself. So you can trade all of those using the liquidity pools from each of those. You can stake Unizen tokens in order to get a multitude of different tokens from there, which is amazing. And I'm very, very, very massively bullish on that as a project. I was going to do the video of that today, so I'm going to I normally do these fundamental things on Friday, but today's been full of just stuff I don't want to deal with within other things. We've had a dump, and I've had just other stuff that means I haven't been able to work properly today, so I haven't been able to get that video done. But Unizen is one that I really do want to do a video on, because I think it is just amazing what they're doing in the space, and it's going to be a really big buying opportunity. And I think I'll be using the exchange a lot when it properly comes out. But again, BitDAO is very similar. So BitDAO and Unizen, I think, could be massive Q4 plays. I'd be really interested to see what BitDAO incubate or accelerate within the because they've got a launch pool, haven't they? A launchpad.
Yeah, they do. They do.
So the
The thing
really
is,
nice.
if they have any similar runs to like FTT or BNB, like it's a 10x. They both did 1,000%. Like,
Yeah. Well, let's have
even
a
if you
look.
get a 5x from it, that's like a fucking big winner.
This is really cool. So
You're
Okay.
still sharing only your Discord screen share?
oh, sorry. Here we go. BitDAO. So if they can go, what do we reckon? Like realistically, as a exchange competitor, would you say FTT if they're in partnership, reasonable market cap?
Yeah,
Probably
I
not.
do think probably like if you can get to half of what FTT is, I think that would be a big win in market cap.
We don't know their circulating supply yet. Not announced. I guess they're still doing the airdrop, aren't they? So we're not going to have a circulating supply yet.
Yeah, it's still super early days.
Okay, let's just go for this because it's going to be way off. But let's go for 10 billion, which I think is what they've put that as there. So at a total circulating supply, it would be the same market cap as FTT. So that would be really interesting to see what their circulating supply comes out as initially. So the circulating supply of FTT was 120 million. But what's their total? Like, let's just put this as this, just out of
Circulating supply of the Bit token is about $500 million, or just over $500 million.
okay, cool. That actually only makes it that's 10 right, $500 million from 10 billion. Okay, cool. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes so what do we need to do? Remove 3 of them?
500 and then 6 zeros.
1 2 3 1 2 3 apply 7x. Yeah.
Plus, you need to remember that since it has proposals and voting, like anything can change. Like the people, the token holders could vote to use up all the money in the fucking fund to burn. Obviously, I doubt it's going to happen, but they could. It's down to the people who hold the token. That's the amazing thing about it. Just love the concept and the idea.
It sounds the idea is great. I've looked into it from when you've shared it and everything. Where's the I reckon you could get a better. I do think we'll probably see a pullback before we see a big rise.
Yeah, I don't say buy here.
Yeah.
Like I'd say if you can get under $2, I think.
Yeah, I think we're certainly not looking at FTX being 7 times bigger than Bybit. So if you could look at a 7x from here, with circulating supply being around what you say it is, then it looks decent. It's a pretty good return on investment. Like if you can get a 7x out of that, if it can compete with FTX, which it probably could in the Asia markets.
Yeah, I mean it's a different sort. Like FTX
I like
isn't
to
a
see-
venture fund, is it?
Yeah. I'd like to
So
see
it
what
is a
the
different.
FTX can do. That's why I'm getting this one. But again, we don't know the circulating supply for BitDAO. Like, is that the circulating supply or not? It would be nice if it's a bit lower than that at this point. Hopefully, it is a bit lower.
I think that is it.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure, but I do think that is the figure.
Yeah. I'm going to go with this. Could take away that. Unizen versus BitDAO.
And I think I think you'll see some moves up, like based off news. I think BNB at some point will probably list it. So you'll get a move up from there. Plus, I think you can play it based on purely. This is how I plan to trade it, based purely just on the forums, looking at particular proposals and if they're going to do well or not.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to play it because I think the big price action moves will come based on the proposals.
Yeah. I personally sold. I sold my airdrop the other day. Because I just hadn't done the research in it. It was a nice airdrop to have. Oh wait, I think that's the thing. Like I'd like to see some more price action on this. What would be really cool is if it comes down to like $1. Get interested then. I just get greedy. I want really big percentage moves. I want like X's from these new things. I'm not sure if this has got X's in it yet. It might do.
It would be interesting seeing like 12 months from now we come back to the charts and then we go over all this, like everything, like bull
Yeah.
runs over, and then we can finally
Yeah.
analyze.
So if we put that back to 100, what would that set its market cap at? That must be insane. Total apply. A market cap of it's valued itself at 22 billion.
Yeah, but you've got circulating supply is 10 billion. Circulating
Max
supply should be like less than 5% of what you put it as.
Yeah. I just want to look at total supply of
So
stuff.
5%, it would be 5% of 22 billion.
Okay, let me look at FTT.
It would be around 1.5 billion, I think.
I just want to see what that's valued as from configure data, put it at total supply. It's given itself the same valuation as FTX. This is
based on what total supply though? It would be
on both of their total supplies.
But we don't know.
BNB.
We don't know what the total supply on Bit token is at the moment though.
Yeah, 10 billion.
Oh, is it it's capped at 10 bill?
Yeah. BNB doesn't have a total supply. So that's the only I think that's the only thing that would put me off. Because the tokenomics on it are kind of if that's it might not be true. That's all I'm seeing from here again. I'm just looking at this straight off the yeah, fully diluted valuation of 21.696 billion. Yeah.
Look how much is locked in the treasury. That's insane.
Mm-hmm. How many holders? $500 million locked in the treasury. So this, yeah, it's pretty major, isn't it? It is big.
I mean, think about it. 2.5 basis points of all Bybit's trading fees daily is being contributed. That in itself is, I mean, it's just constant millions going in daily.
And is that going into the treasury?
Yeah, into the treasury.
Oh, all right, okay. So that's all getting locked.
Yeah, for people to vote on how we use the money.
Okay, and then they're going to use that to launch and incubate new projects.
Yeah.
So the projects that come out of this are probably where the big money's going to be, like initially.
Yeah.
And then the token
Quite
itself
possibly,
will be
yeah.
the one. Mhm.
And the projects will be integrated with the token, hopefully.
Yeah. So then you'll stake bit to get an allocation of this. It looks very much like Unizen, yeah.
Okay, so this is what Unizen does.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can go on to, actually I won't.
Okay.
I will. I will dox myself.
So does Unizen have like a treasury of some sort?
Yeah.
And who funds the treasury?
This is Binance, this is Jun, so Ethereum.
Okay, so they have private investors funding the treasury.
Yeah, Binance, Uniswap. They're using that. So they do, yeah, they have an incubation, they have an incubator for new projects, the same way as like Launchport are doing. And you can get so if you stake the Unizen token, you can receive every one that they are. So they will either have projects that launch within their ecosystem, or they'll have projects that they will accelerate within their ecosystem. So at the moment they're doing that on Cirrus, and they're doing that on something else, which they've just started. I better not do that. I didn't think my
Yeah, don't dox anything.
Yeah. Yeah, so
but yeah, no,
that
both projects look good.
Yeah. And they're an exchange as well. So you can trade any Binance pair, any Uniswap pair. Every time you make a transaction, your fees will get burnt. So then it reduces the supply of the ZCX token. Every time you stake, so all fees get burnt. They get put into a wallet and it all gets burnt. So again, when you sign up for Unizen Pro, which is what you need to sign up for in order to stake the tokens, you'll purchase that with $50, and then that $50 worth of Unizen tokens gets burnt. So it's a constantly deflationary supply. So that's what I really like about that. Whereas like BitDAO's got like a total. Actually, I guess, yeah, this does have a total supply of 1 billion. It's going to be coming out soon. I don't know. A BitDAO, like, so they will be burning tokens as well, won't they, on BitDAO?
No, it hasn't been voted for yet.
Okay, cool.
It's like totally brand new. The only proposal so far has been to swap with the FTT.
Right.
So in the treasury, we have a $770 million worth of FTT as well.
Okay.
So yeah.
Rames is asking, can you maybe have a look at Ori Chain and Kai? Yeah, I'm not gonna do TA. Am I gonna do TA tonight? Nah.
I think I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay, right. Let's do. what are we gonna do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We
6,
can do
7.
it maybe during the week.
Luke, have you heard of Joe?
Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
Uncle Joe.
So is an AMM an automated market maker? Do you know anything about that
I'm not quite sure.
in terms of the crypto scene?
Not quite
Okay,
sure.
but there's a token called Joe.
Right.
Somebody was telling me about it, but I didn't understand it, so I thought maybe you've heard of it. Or you might know what it
Joe.
is. Yeah.
Okay. What does it do? Just looks like a Uniswap on AVAX.
Yeah. So the way it was explained to me was it was a AMM based DEX token.
But by automated market maker, do they not just mean liquidity pool?
I have no idea. Like
It's
there's so many
probably what
terms
it
thrown
is.
out. Is that what?
Yeah, probably. Like it. Would that not be what an automated market maker would be if you're a market maker? It's just providing liquidity. I'm not sure. This looks to me like just a Uniswap on Avalanche.
Avalanche.
But I don't know because I haven't looked into it. I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna do this because there's only 13. We can quickly run through them and we can give. Let's just do this. Give it a score out of 10. We're gonna do first impressions. So Mbox. If anyone would like to join in, who's on the chat. So Mbox, it does meet the criteria. Let's look at the website. This is a game. I'll turn off dark mode as well for this. Ooh, yes, thank you, Binance. I know I need to do my KYC.
For games, though, aren't you heavily reliant on the game being successful? Like, if the game's not successful, like
yeah, I
the
think
token
so.
is
That's
dead.
that's why I really like Illuvium.
Illuvium, yeah.
Because I think that's going to do really well because it's like Pokemon. This looks like Angry Birds for.
I mean, it's a rip-off from Angry Birds.
It is Angry Birds, isn't it? So I also haven't even looked at the. Let me go back and we'll look at what everyone said about each one. So Mbox chart looks absolutely sexy. Site is looking amazing, really professional. NFT gaming token. The gaming tokens get attention again. This could be a big chance to make a big run. So we're looking at Mbox. Oh, I've charted this before. Someone's asked me about this before. Chart does look good. Chart does look very good. Chart gets a nice like 7 out of 10. Website. Get through as many of these as I can. Website I'm not sure about. I'm not sure. It looks like an Angry Birds ripoff. Yeah.
Is it the next big thing? I'm not too sure.
Let's go for a 5. I mean, the chart is 7. I'm giving the website a 5. Okay. on to number 2, which is Fala. I do know this one. Fala Network. I have some of this already. So let's go onto here. Chart looks absolutely perfect. So I'm going to say from this perspective, I'm going to give the chart an 8 because that is accumulation. Because it hasn't had any kind of movement whatsoever. So you're either going to go to 0 or you're going to have a nice move. And I'm going to give the website Global Confidential Compute Cloud. Oh, what do they also say? What's the pitch? What's the pitch on this one? Oh, this is slightly over the market cap limit. Okay, so I'm going to reduce that. Apparently it's slightly over. Fala Network is a privacy-preserving cloud computing service in the Web 3.0 ecosystem based on Substrate, transparent and private global computation cloud. Also in line for possible parachain on DOT, 3 billion user network potential. Projects that are building on Fala, well, that have been formally announced. This is a nice pitch. I like this one.
Where are you taking this list from?
This is just on Discord. So I did the little competition, so I'm just looking
so
at...
these are people's submissions.
Yeah, what
Okay.
people have told me they like. So I know about this one, and I am already invested in it. So does that make it biased? What do you think of this? What do you think of the pitch?
You have a conflict of interest. I think the
I mean, I
website's
can tell you I've probably
okay.
got like about like $500 or something put into it.
It could be the winner.
They are slightly above the market cap, though, I do believe.
What is the market cap?
1 billion.
1 billion. Wow.
Oh wait, no. What was I saying? Maybe I was saying 100 million is maximum market cap.
137 million. Okay.
I think this is okay. It's 385 rank. What was it we were looking at before?
I'd rank this higher than the first one.
Yeah, the first one's higher market cap anyway, so that's fine. I'd rank it higher as well. I'm going to go for a good old 7.
It's a decent score.
Because I do think it is. I do think this is a good project. I do like that. All right.
Is Fala a parachain for Polkadot, or am I wrong?
Yes, I
It
think
is
so.
one.
I think so. That's what I just read.
Okay.
Don't know much about it.
Thought it was.
I'm doing this as like I will do more. I will do more on this, and I'll then do. I'll announce like we'll do our favorite tonight, and then what we'll do is the biggest winner. Like the biggest gains will be after we'll have the win. Ariva, okay. What are people saying on this?
-1 because they're named after a bus company.
They say it is a trending token that has been listed recently on PancakeSwap with a market cap of around $50 million. Oh, let me just get rid of that notification because we can't see what's going on anymore. Mark you down for that. The main project consists of the following: facilitate and service listings, a travel portal open to everyone, travel review blog, blockchain connected travel review blog designed to earn cryptocurrency rewards and provide general reviews, business dashboard, online shop for selling travel or touristic valuable local goods. So what, it's a trip advisor on the blockchain? Currently they're launching Ariva. Oh, Ariva is like literally is this actually Ariva? Because if this is travel,
Isn't that Aviva?
I mean, no, it is Ariva, but wouldn't they do the same like colors as the company? I swear that's like red, and this is green.
okay, yeah, maybe, yeah. Because I know Trivago have a coin, don't they? which okay, will change the future of the travel industry. That's it's definitely not the buses.
No, I don't think so.
Um,
With the
Oh, no,
buses,
it's not.
double R. There's 2 R's
Imagine
in
that.
every either.
It
Yeah.
sounds like it though. So it's a -1.
I don't know. This one looks like shit to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh man. Oh,
Oh,
sorry,
what is
Joe
it?
Hash.
It's travel.
We
To be
don't-
fair, I don't even understand what they're trying to do. Like, how are they putting travel on the blockchain?
Yeah. I need to look at. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get a. Damn it! I'm not going to be able to get anything for this.
Oh, it's not on TradingView.
It's already up very high as well, so I think probably from that chart. Okay, it's going to be on there. You might. It's in a very big uptrend, that's for sure. So it might do that, but I'm gonna give it a 5 and a 5 because I can't really. I can't really do anything on that. Yeah. Okay, properly good says Torona caps. Okay, Torona. This is why I asked for it on KuCoin and not other stuff, because I can't get a chart for it. Oh dear. Oh, there we go. Cool. Chart probably does look good. I'm not going to be able to see it. Polkadot, nice. Potentially Polkadot adjacent NFT orientated L layer 1 with apparent functional test wallet ETH BSC bridge supporting its native token on each, as well as airdrops and some interestingly specific proposed use cases revolving around timed triggers NFTs. The one that particularly caught my eye was the Death Protocol, an NFT time capsule delivered to beneficiaries once the creator dies, triggered by obituary APIs. Seems to have some investment backing and moderate transparency too. Negative, some listed partners have also backed some tripe, but that's a lot hard to avoid. Nice. I quite like this. I quite like that pitch. And I quite like the look of that.
It's a decent looking website.
Yeah.
I mean, the things at the top were a bit bright, like the red thing, but this looks decent.
Yeah. I'll put this in the research more, and then I'll do the announcement on what I've chosen over the weekend, and we'll see which has the best. I need to mark the price for everything as well. I'll do that afterwards. So I'll mark the price from tonight after the stream. And then, all right, so this actually gives me the price. And it's because the biggest percentage gain is what went, so 0.093. 0.00104. Yeah, close enough. I should just screenshot. I'll screenshot everything at the end, and then we'll know. This is the most complicated little competition thing I've ever done. Why did I agree to this? Anna's got safe key, which we all know is actually pretty cool. I do quite like this. And Anna's pitch is really good. It's being used on the Orange SIM card, first blockchain connected SIM card, virtual key to physical devices. It's currently being used on a few Polish cities. A unique virtual key, security access. Currently, Kia is testing S-Key in Korea. This is ideal to install S-Key into all new Kia vehicles and connect them to the blockchain. No physical keys required, and the car could be accessed by a few family members. Test with Airbnb and hotels. S-Key can be used instead of physical keys to enter hotels, renting cars straight from our crypto wallet without any interactions with anybody else. It's being used by Mercedes. Anna's put in a lot of research for this. So that has to get...
If something like Airbnb picks that up, that thing would fucking explode.
Massively, yeah. Because it's such a pain in the ass. Like if I do Airbnb stuff and you've got to go into like... You've got to find where the little thing is that's like where the key is for the...
Yeah, sometimes the locks don't work, or like they bring you the key and
they give you a code.
It's just annoying.
And then they don't text you the code in time and you can't get it. It's...
What does the chart look like?
Great. Looks... Oh man, S-Key looks really good. Because again, it's just...
Forming like a U. Looks, it could explode upwards at any point. It's one of those.
And the price of this at the moment is... I will go back up. I guess I've got time because I'll look at this from the moment I actually announce the competition. So that's how I'll do the biggest percentage gain. So unfortunately, it looks like S-Key's not going to win because it has had a pullback. But I think fundamentally it's up there with Fala right now. All right, let's get through these quickly. Zoo. How do I... Zoo. This is Zoo Coin, not Zookeeper. Far too small. Chart is high, so can't see it, so I can only give that a neutral 5. There is an ecosystem of decentralized applications or our main ideas. I have heard about this. Oh, this looks like it's trying to compete with Unizen. It's an exchange that's finding the best possible price. This is on Phantom rather than... So you're going to have limited... That's kind of cool. I quite like it. What do they say about Zoo? And it's under 100 million that I believe has potential. The coin I'm talking about is built on Phantom. Most people have seen Phantom blow out recently and continue to steady climb. Oh, this is the one that we needed to look at. Zoocoin, an ecosystem of decentralized apps built on Phantom. It was listed in July this year. It is up 1,469%. The coin has a lot of potential and could possibly reach somewhere close to 1 billion market cap. I think the Phantom could be pushed to the top 10 of market cap of altcoins. Yeah, maybe. Quite like it. Christoph, sorry everyone. I realize I'm still live on YouTube. We're gonna get through this. I'm gonna give it a 7 on the website. Cirrus, I've got a video about Cirrus and I think the token still looks great. That's about everything on there. And then I'm gonna get a drink. As soon as we've done this, we're about halfway through. We're almost there. Sorry everyone. Why did I announce that I do this shit? CRWNY. CRWNY, is this one? Currently token, yeah. New website
No
goes live
website.
in 2 days. Oh dear.
It's built by Solana though. Whatever
It
it
is, but
is.
you could probably build anything on Solana. I don't know what to say about that one. I guess the price is the big thing on this, because if they got a new website coming in 2 days, it could pump. So I think that's what that's what the hopes are resting on for this, because it's incredibly low. So pumponomics might be very high on this, but it's got to get a 5 and a 5 because we can't actually see what it's about. And the pitch is very oh, they've also deleted the message about the original pitch. So yeah, on to the next one. QRDO. Steady uptrend. It's on KuCoin. Good. Steady uptrend. I like. 7 on the chart. That's just looks very, and I think they could do well on the chart because they're already up since last week. Oh, 60%. We have a very big contender for the biggest gainer. If this does continue its uptrend, it's going to be hard for anything to catch that up. MetaMask institutional partners with QRID. 10 million monthly active users. MetaMask is the world's leading crypto. Okay, yes. Where is QRDO? What Danius has said. Nice. Oh, if this is trying to solve the private keys problem, that would be amazing. I'd imagine this is something just based on QR codes or something like that. This looks really good. I need to. Okay, I'm giving this. I'm putting this up there with Fowler and SafeKey. Or in between those ones. Because if this is something that can solve the like private keys problem that crypto has, I'd be well into that. It doesn't give me much information on here. That's what I'm worried about. Okay, cool. Any of your guys' thoughts on this one? If anyone's still awake.
Hey, looks good.
Yeah. 1, 2, 5 left. Not much more.
Wait, would you rate this one the highest out of them all so far? Or what's
Not the highest. I think it's up there with some others.
What's number one so far? Or what's winning at the moment? Is it that key, widest key, or blockchain key, or whatever?
So far I've got Fala looking good, I've got Torona looking good, SafeKey looking good, and this QRDO looking good. Then Zoo is just behind because the price doesn't look too good. Actually, yeah, so I've got Fala, QRDO, and SafeKey on joint first place. So I'll do more into that one in a minute. This is like literally just what does Luke think is cool competition, which is stupid. 25th Legacy has told me about Heatbit, but it doesn't have. It's not on. I can't see it on thingy. CoinGecko.
People are saying that QRDO was like showed on a pump and dump group. That's why it was up so much. Yeah, but
Nice.
that's funny.
Nice. Okay, 25th Legacy has the electric heater that earns you money.
Website is looking. I like websites with videos.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look at the video. But that's the thing. I always, if I can't see a video on a website, I normally just skip past it because that's what I want to do to learn about it. Problem I have for this is that if you want to actually make money by heating your house from mining, just get a mining rig because they're so fucking hot anyway. So they're gonna heat your house anyway.
Well, that's what that thing is. Probably is.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
mining
probably
rig,
is.
isn't it?
It's a mining rig that just blows out the air that it's
It looks
creating.
good instead of like a mining rig. It's like aesthetically pleasing for your home, I guess.
Yeah.
Look,
But
if
what does it earn?
Probably not that much, like surely.
It's got like
It
Nvidia power.
mines Bitcoin. It does mine Bitcoin. So it is actually heating your house through mining Bitcoin. That's cool.
I like the concept. I think it's a good idea. Why not?
I'd get one of them.
Yeah, it depends how much electricity it fucking juices out. I'm sure it's an expensive heater.
And it gives you a little calculator and everything on here as well. It's quiet. Oh, this looks really cool. If they can pre-order, how much is it going to cost? It's only $1,000.
I think it looks better than the Dyson one by a lot. I like the look.
It's on topic as well with gas prices going through the roof.
Yeah, I really like that. There's no chart for it anywhere. I'll have to just check that out. I really like that. I might get myself one. I probably can't get it in the UK, can I? Which ones looks the nicest?
I like the black and orange. Actually, the black and
It's
white.
Toros, isn't it? It's Toros colors.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Oh, okay.
But one isn't going to be enough for my Bitcoin. You're going to have like 20 of those juicing your house up.
Yeah, I'll just have it in.
You'll be in a sauna.
Okay, I'm getting one of these. They ship to the United Kingdom. Unless this is a big scam, I'm getting one of these in Toros orange, and I'm using it to heat my my office studio because it's outside. I don't have heating in this room.
Oh, wow.
So I've got a little electric heater, and if I can use that to mine Bitcoin, I'm getting one. That's straight up there. This is really cool. I'm giving that a 9 on the, because it's something that I might actually buy. Like genuinely buy. Thank you, 25th Legacy, for pointing that out.
But what? So it has a token as well, or no token? Is it just a product?
I think it just mines Bitcoin for you.
Okay.
It must have a token as well because.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand what the token would do. No, I don't think it has a token.
Okay, what I might just have to do is do the because this is the best project, and if it can't win because it doesn't have a token attached to it, then maybe that's, I can't give $100 of the token, so maybe I just have to give the membership. We'll figure it out. But that's my favorite so far. I wasn't not. We've looked at Soul Razor, and I know this is good as well. So we'll look at this. This is the next one. I think I already looked at this. We went through some stuff on that, so I'm going to give it a 7 on that. And whoops. So Razor Tether. Ah, my TA didn't work out on it at all. When they asked me about it, I was like, okay, it looks good if they can do this. It's in a downtrend. Oh, they've clawed back that. Okay. So it did sweep the lows. It didn't respect my own analysis on it when we looked at it the other day. But I'm going to give that a 6. Downtrend with potential for a reversal if you get a sign of strength. Oh god, someone's just tagged me in general chat. Guys, I'm not taking any more entries. This is enough. 3 more. Last 3. Come on, let's go. Super Farm. Superfarm.io. NFTs thrive here.
I know that one. That's Elio Traders token. You know the YouTube guy?
I don't, but yeah.
Yeah, Elio Trades, I think. Yeah, he's called
Okay.
Elliot, I think, but it's Elio Trades. He's quite a big channel, but he's involved with the launch of that anyway. It was like
Right.
NFT stuff. So I got some ages ago. Didn't do well on it. Doesn't get much. That's
Not
in there. You
another
see,
NFT pocket.
see number 5. That's actually. Oh, and number 9. That's actually him. He's on the NFTs. I think that's his girlfriend as well. Yeah, I don't know much about it, but yeah, that's. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, I'm not trying to spoil it. It's probably. I think it is a good project, but yeah, it's he's heavily connected. So Pumpermentals.
I'm wary of these because there's so many. I think for me, and I have my favorites for NFT projects.
I don't see how these is this an NFT marketplace? Is this what this thing is? Because if it is, I don't see how it competes with like Coinbase and OpenSea. They're such giant beasts.
I think it's just they're creating NFT. Let me have a look. Let me look at the pitch. Where is the pitch? Oh no! Oh no, I didn't miss that one. Oh, they've not really done a pitch. So yeah, never mind. 5-5. Charts average and actually charts are right. Charts are 6. Yeah, there's no pitch there. I don't know anything. They've not told me anything about it. EPS. Again, that's pretty decent. Decent looking chart because you are changing market structure from series of lower lows to higher lows. We've got, this is typical kind of accumulation. Whoops, Wyckoff accumulation kind of thing going on. Automatic rally coming to back test after the spring. Whoops. EPS looks good. That's the wrong one. That's a 7 on that, and EPS down to the last one after this, and then we're done. What's the time? Oh my god, it's 1 a.m. Curve. Can't really see much about what this is all about. Okay, let's just go GMT. That's not gonna challenge. GMT. No. That's only on Pancakes, and I literally have no idea what that's all about. Basically, it's about owning and holding the coin in your wallet. Just by doing that, you get your rewards in BTC sent to your wallet daily. It's like a virtual mining. The project, what they do is they use investors' money to mine BTC. They take out commissions and fees and send the rest of mine to BTC to token holders. Sounds like a bit BitConnect to me. You put money into their product and you get stuff. Not sure. Not for me. All right, we're done.
Nice.
Oh man. Okay. I really like the heat bit. I really like QRDO. I like SafeKey. I like Torona. I like Fala. And then Inbox, what someone mentioned earlier, was quite cool. Okay. Any ideas what your favorite was? Anyone else?
Heatbit. Heatbit? Yeah, for sure.
Same.
Looks sick.
It looks
Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
I do like the smart key though.
Yeah, I would say that's my favorite smart key thing.
Smart key.
Yeah.
All right, what I'm gonna do, I'll do one of each. So I think Heatbit, heat. Heatbit will get, because 25th Legacy, I know. Yeah. Free crew membership for that one, because that's the best product. SafeKey, $100 of SafeKey to Anna. And then the other winners will be whichever projects get the biggest pump by the end of the month. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I've covered everything. I've covered all the prizes with a randomly not very planned competition. And there's our daily close, and it's looking like this.
Yeah, that's a nasty candle.
So because CME is already closed, what we're left with on the CME chart is not very good. Okay? So that's what we're left with on CME, which looks really quite bad. We'll see how it goes. But we do have a gap to fill at $32,000 on the CME chart, so we have to be aware of that. I don't think we're going to get to that point, but yeah.
Imagine if this is just a massive range between 64 and 32.
Yeah, it starts to do what gold did for
Gold did.
Oh,
2 years
man.
going sideways. All right, guys.
Yeah, what? I'm just going to quickly go on to that because I was doing a gold comparison.
You buy gold like 2 years ago and you're like at the same price you bought it 2 years ago, something stupid.
See, the thing with gold is, yeah, it had a break of all-time high. Oops, that's text. Had a break of all-time high. And let's take gold weekly on a daily. So it spent 2 weeks above all-time high, came back, got trapped below the range, and has never seen that price again. And we're looking at almost more than a year. Yeah, 18 months. So for Bitcoin, it's not too bad because you'd say Bitcoin's already at that point there. No, it's at that point there, probably, isn't it? First support weekly. So if we're looking at this on, I don't know, random thoughts. Cool. Sideways, yeah. Green Gal. I'm surprised people are still watching this. You guys are all absolute troopers for watching this just nonsense for the last
They all
hour
fell
or
asleep.
so. Yeah.
They were watching on their phones and they fell asleep with a phone on their face.
Yeah. And then they're like, oh, he's talking about something bearish on the chart again. Like, wake up. You guys are mad. Thank you for watching until the end, because we're about to wrap this up. I don't know how people do that. The reason why this is bad for Bitcoin is because we barely got a close above the weekly on the CME chart last week, and now we're trapped below. This weekly candle has now closed, so this is now, if you were to trade this on any time frame on any asset, this is a swing failure pattern, and you would short this and you would look all the way down to the lows. So
It's a weekly swing failure as well.
it's a weekly swing failure pattern. This is about as bearish as we can possibly get. It probably, the only way this could have been any more bearish on a CME chart is if we engulfed this candle and came all the way down to 55, but that was never going to happen. This is really, that's awful, but there's plenty of time to recover it on a Bitcoin chart. Okay, so that could just be making everyone think it's really bad, whereas realistically it's not, because we've had situations in the past with CME where things have looked like a top, like up here, and you break through it. But for me, that looks worse than it looks about the same as that candle did back there in May. So it does look like we could be seeing a macro top, but I don't think we're at that point yet.
For me, it just wouldn't make sense to make a macro top on basically the same price that we did months ago.
The thing is, I do remember that macro top really well. It happened on a weekend, and then it never came anywhere back. So there would be institutional investors caught up at these highs because they wouldn't have had a chance to get out at a weekend. Maybe this has literally all been because of some trap positions at the highs. I don't know. I'm not gonna speculate into that stuff. We'll just have to see what happens on the chart. But there are definitely some bearish signs here. Yeah. Right. Cool. I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you everyone for watching for like literally like almost 4 hours. This is nuts. I didn't realize what time it was. But yeah, I will catch everyone later.